Hey, hey, SBG solution based gang, like, share, subscribe. Say no to rim, brothers, mothers, fear and sell no good suckers. Hype him up, hype him up. Shouts out Sharoon, Bracy in the waters. Wake up morning show, salute, big dog, shout out to the Lord. PH, Diva, salute, Brownsville, SBG solution based gang.
What's this other girl name? There's a few. I don't see her name. I usually find it right away. Huh. It's interesting. Oh, there she go. All right. Yeah, goat. That's right. I done did my dissertation, god damn it, goat. I done upgraded myself. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here working hard, goat. I done upgraded my my credentials. God damn it. I done upgraded my credentials. Hey, Bon Terry. What's up, Genesis? Goddamn right. And if anybody asks me about my credentials, the school is closed. God damn it, shit. Shout out to Gemini 65. Salute. Another June 5th Gemini. Salute to that. That's me, you, Marky Mark, and T.O. I mean, T-Ho. I mean, yeah. What up, Clapback Jack? Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Guess last night was a very interesting conversation, go. I could not believe my ears. I could not believe the things that women were saying. These women was on live stream saying that men pretty much can't consent. If a man says no to his girlfriend, he's gay. This is pretty much what these women were saying. Absolutely absurd. Thank you, Genesis. I did not understand it for the life of me. It was crazy. That was wild work yesterday. That is night. That was crazy. They said any man that refuses his girlfriend, conscious or unconscious, if he refuses, he's gay. Wow. No, that ain't clapback Jack. Nah. Clearly, it was needed to be said because those women, they were saying some very dangerous rhetoric. They need to get kicked in the vagina. All the women that was saying that craziness, they need to get kicked in the vagina. Kaboom! Back up off me, woman. What's wrong with you? Don't be rubbing on my goddamn chest like you know me. I don't know you, god damn it. Back up. I don't want none of your damn cooties. Back up, god damn it. I'm married, god damn it. That is insane. They're gonna take it. That is insane, Nitish. That's insane. Yeah, women be trying. Hey, look, when you look as handsome as me, goddamn, I'm telling you, you gotta kaboot them. You gotta kaboot. Back up. I'm married. Kick them right. Boop. And they were serious. Absolutely. That's the craziest part about it. They were dead ass serious. And now it seems as if we are gotten to a point that, and this is why women, these women don't even understand how dangerous they are. This centering men shit is highly dangerous. This is why we have to get women to decenter men, because they put themselves in danger that they don't even know. They don't even know the danger that they were saying. They were saying nonsense like, if it's up, if it's hard, then I should be able to do whatever I want to, whether if he's conscious or not. That is wild work. Do you understand the implications that you're saying? Do you understand that you are giving some creepy ass man to go ahead and say, well, it was wet? Do you understand what you are actually communicating? Those women were saying some very dangerous rhetoric. So now we are at a point in society where men can't say no. We are at a point in society where men can't say no. So I was on a panel the other day, yesterday, and somehow we ended up discussing consent. Now, normally that's not a controversial topic. Consent is usually one of those things everybody agrees on. Like, water's wet. The rent is too high. And people should probably ask before touching other people's private parts. Pretty simple. But then 3 out of 5 women on this panel looked me dead in the face and said, if a man wakes up and his girlfriend is having sex with him, that's not a problem. I said, what? We need to have a conversation before you just start taking things from me, ma'am. We need to discuss this. See, what happens in normal relationships, you talk to your girlfriend or wife and you say, hey, babe, sometimes, you be sleeping. I be like 3 a.m, things get a little strange for me. I feel a little tingle. What's your take on that? Can I? And she would say, sure. Or she said, no, if I'm asleep, leave me alone. Don't touch me. Or she said, yeah, baby, rub that thing on me, get it warmed up, and we could do whatever. And vice versa. Man would say, hey, babe, you could just if I'm asleep and you feeling like doing something, you could just you could just talk to the microphone. You could just grab and say, microphone, checker 1, 2, what is this? We have a conversation. So therefore, it is implied we have a conversation. Whatever day you feel like it in the middle of the night, that is okay. But if somebody don't want to do that in the middle of the night, you don't have to. And so when they said this, I was just like, what? What do you mean, ma'am? They said, well, that's his girlfriend. I said, so? They said, men don't care. And then that's when I realized something terrifying. Some people don't actually believe in principles. Granted, one of them was a white woman. The aging, what's her name? The aging tomato? What's that lady's name? Damn. God damn it, I forgot her name. Shit. Can somebody help me out? I believe her name is the aging tomato or the sun-dried tomato. Somebody tell me what is the young lady name that was on. Oh, thank you, Kim West. It wasn't the aging tomato. I forgot the R. And the reason why I forgot the R, because she believes in R in people. Raging. I'm sorry, the wrong word. I was saying about a different R word. I'm sorry. My bad. I was thinking about the wrong R word. Aging, not aging, but raging to me. That, that G, my bad. My bad. My fault. Right? So I just recognized something terrifying. Some people don't actually believe in principles. They believe in teams, right? See, a principle is if it's wrong, it's wrong. A team says, wait, who did it? It's a big difference. So clearly they had some kind of team jersey on that nobody else knew. The consent tomato. People have become, sports fans, right? Nobody wants consistency anymore. Everybody wants their side to win. So imagine, refereeing in the NBA, players get punched in the face, and the ref walks over and says, hold on, before I call this foul, what team are you on? That's how some of these conversations sound. Because if I switch the genders in that story, nobody is debating. Nobody. There isn't a panel. There isn't a discussion. There isn't there isn't a hashtag. There isn't a think piece. It's just call the police. If a man was to say the same exact thing, that my girl is asleep, I don't give a damn if she's conscious or unconscious. I could do whatever I want to because she's my. Call the police is what would be said. And everybody knows it. And see, the thing that blew my mind, the craziest part, wasn't hearing it, like it wasn't like it was the men saying. That's the crazy part. Like, I've heard ridiculous things from men my whole life. Men think they can fix a transmission with a goddamn YouTube video on confidence. That's not shocking. What shocked me was hearing women say it. Women, the very people who have spent decades explaining why consent matters. And here's the scary part. I don't think they realized what they were saying. I think they were trying so hard to sound tough, so hard to sound modern, so hard to sound, men understand this, that they accidentally walked themselves into a trap. Because the moment you say consent doesn't matter in this situation, you just weaken your whole own argument everywhere else. And I think some people have spent time listening to red pill content for so long. They started accepting the assumptions without realizing it, right? The assumption, the one that says men always want sex. Always, They, because we talking about boyfriend and girlfriend dynamics. It wasn't just talking about random dudes walking down the street. Always, every second, like men are just wandering around Earth like horny zombies. No thoughts, no emotions, no boundaries, no trauma, no preferences, just sex. And that's the stereotype that's running with. And some women have started repeating it, not because they hate men, because they heard it so often that they think it's true. But stereotypes, don't become smarter because women say them. They still stereotypes. We are humans. Here's a radical idea. What if men are people? I know. Very controversial. What if men can be tired? What if men can be sick? What if men can be depressed? What if men cannot be in the mood? What if men can have boundaries? What if men can say no because every other human being get those rights? Why would men be the exception? Somebody tell me why. What up, Shiesty? I have a simple test for every controversial issue. Switch the genders. That's it. That's the test. If your entire opinion changes when a gender switch, maybe you're not defending a principle. Maybe you are defending a team. And everybody does it. Left, right, men, women, everybody. People become lawyers for their side, not judges for the truth. What happens next? Here's the part that really worries me. Young people are listening. That's the part that really scares me. Young people are listening. Boys are listening. Girls are listening. And message matters. Imagine being a teenage boy. Something happens that makes you uncomfortable. You don't like it. You didn't agree to it, but everybody around you keeps saying, you should be grateful. That's a terrible lesson. Because this is what happened to so many young boys that's in my age group. When they was younger, some old woman put that old thing on them. He didn't really want it to happen. But everybody said, you should be grateful you got that old seasoned vagina all up on your face. I'm glad I never had no old seasoned vagina all up in my face when I was a little young man. That's why so many men are messed up. It's a terrible lesson. Because now we told him his boundaries don't matter. And the moment we start teaching people that certain people's boundaries don't matter, we already lost the argument. And then I got one of the weirdest insults. They said if a man needs consent from his girlfriend, he's gay. I was like, I'm what? They told me I'm gay. Because I said, hey, if I tell your ass no, I tell your ass no. You cannot, no. I don't give a damn how good looking you think you are, Agent Tomato. I could say no and kick you in the vagina. Yes. Because the Agent Tomato says she can go up and wink, grab a man by his chest, and he's going no matter. No, I'm going to kick you in the. No. I have a right to say no, and I will. I'm sorry, Agent Tomato. I have a right to say no. If I am asleep and somehow we got together and we was in a relationship and I was asleep and somehow you started putting your yuck mouth on me, hey, that's how I feel now. I feel right now your mouth is yucky. You need to go brush your teeth. I don't want no gingivitis breath on my thing. No. I might feel that way one day. I don't know. That doesn't mean I'm gay. It's crazy. Insane. If a man needs consent from his girlfriend, he's gay. That's wow. I almost fell out my damn chair. Wait a minute. How do we get here? How is asking permission suddenly an insult? Think about that. Imagine telling somebody, the person, right, that this person respects boundaries, and somehow that's supposed to be a criticism. That is insane. Insane. What's up, LA? That is emasculating. That's insecurity wearing a fake mustache. Because real confidence isn't I take whatever I want, right? That's not real confidence. Is I do need to I don't need to. Right. Real confidence is knowing another person's autonomy. Right? Another person's autonomy doesn't threaten you. The strongest people I know don't fear consent. They welcome it because they understand respect and desire can exist together. They was telling me, Sharon, you don't know how to be spontaneous because you're going to tell a girl exactly what you're going to do, exactly where you're going to stick it, what time you're going to take her clothes off, how long it's going to. They was saying, Sharon, that ain't sexy. Well, clearly, you ain't sexy to me because I don't want to be guessing. I don't want to get to the bedroom and then now we guessing on what we're going to be doing. And then we don't know, we like to kiss, tongue kiss. We don't know what we like to do. So now we get in the bedroom, we kiss it. And now in between all the things that we are trying to figure out what we want to do, you said, no, I like that. Yes, I like. No, I don't want to deal with none of that shit. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm done. You talk too goddamn much. I want to deal with you saying, oh, I might, oh yeah, but can you, when you do this, can you twiggle my hair like this? No, you should have told me that beforehand. It's crazy to me. They said, Sharon, you tell her exactly what you're going to do? Yes. And when you're going to do it? Yes. I'm a man, goddammit. And none of you women are going to knock me off of my goddamn square by saying, you're not spontaneous. And shut, girl. Baby girl. Let me see you dance. Let me see you do a twirl. Talking about we're going to be spontaneous. I don't want no surprises. I don't want you trying to surprise me. I ain't trying to surprise you. Because when I put two in the pink and one in the stink, I don't want you to say, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Yes, you was. I told your ass. I told your ass two in the pink, one in the stink. Baby girl. I'll be looking like Captain Spock out this motherfucker. Oh shit! I'll be looking like Captain Spock. God damn it! Shit. And you know what I'm saying? The real issue isn't like men versus women, though. That's the distraction. The real issue is consistency. Either consent matters or it doesn't. Pick one. Don't tell me it's sacred on Tuesday and it's optional on Wednesday, depending on who's involved. No, that's not morality, sir. That's not morality, Agent Tomato. I mean, damn, what is her name? I keep forgetting. It's not Agent Tomato. Shicey Bone, what's her name? The agent? Whatever. That's not morality. That's favoritism. So when I left the panel, I wasn't angry. I was fascinated because it showed me how quickly people abandon principles when the situation feels different. And that's exactly when principles matters most, right? They're it's easy when everybody agrees. They're difficult when you're on one side and you're the one being challenged. That's the real test. That's the real test. Not whether you defend people you disagree with, whether you defend the principle, even when it feels inconvenient. That's me. It doesn't matter if it's convenient or not. I'm still going to defend my principles. That's why I got into the heat with the whole Fatty and Ali situation. I was defending my principles. I didn't give a damn what it is. When the whole Anton Daniels situation versus Corey Holcomb, I didn't give a damn. I was defending my principles. It doesn't matter how inconvenient it is. And with this, hey, consent matters both sides. I'm a man. You still cannot just do whatever you want to me just because you are my woman or so-called girlfriend at the meantime. Good day to you, Mrs. Smell the Roses. Because if consent belongs to women, it's not a principle. If consent belongs to men, it's not a principle. Consent only becomes a principle when it belongs to everybody. And if it belongs to everybody, then everybody gets the right to say yes. And everybody gets the right to say no, even if they're asleep. So I'm sorry, Aging Tomato. You're wrong. And I can't believe that's a sentence I had to say out loud in 2026. It's crazy. So now my question is, let me see, where we at with the likes? Where we at with the shares? We got to get it together. So what I would like to understand, what y'all want to do? Should I just open up the panel and y'all come up here and y'all tell me your thoughts on should men have the ability of consent? Or do we want to review it first? We could review it for the next hour or so, and then we could open up the panel. How about that? Which one y'all want to do? One or two? How did that get there? I always make it through enough of the review. You know what I'm saying? We always make it through enough of the review. Make sure y'all hit that like and the share. But where we at with the likes and the shares? I know. I'm gonna go check the likes and the shares right now. I'm gonna see if we at least 50 likes. Thank you, Miss J. Because I know we definitely are going to be at like 50 likes. I know it's not possible that everybody forgot to hit the like button. Is that possible? Let me check. Let me check the likes. Let me see. Did we at 50? Are we at 50 likes? No, we are not at 50 likes. That's crazy work. That is crazy work. Let's get the likes together while I go find the video. What? Ah, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Let me find the thing to do.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Thank you so much. Miss J N9P with the 25 ball says, happy birthday to ya. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's not let the support stop there. Let's keep the support going. Let's hit the likes. Let's hit the shares. And we can get some more goddamn colors in the chat. I appreciate that too. And so that's the issue that these girls didn't understand is what Big Bad Bull is saying. Right? Melka said is if we go on 3 days, we smashing or getting some head at the end of the third. Is it really rocket science? It's crazy. That's crazy. You could turn the air on when you get the chance. Thank you. That one right there. Yes, that one right there. No. Let me see. Let me pull up the video because y'all didn't tell me if y'all want one, open up the panel, or two, do the review. One, open the panel. Two, do the review of that crazy ass show and what these women were saying. This is what women were saying. I'm not adjusted to women talking this crazy. Like, I'm not adjusted to women not having situational awareness to this level. This level of situation awareness that they had lack of was wild to me. One, because y'all don't want to participate in that. I said put a 1 in the chat for the panel, a 2 in the chat for the review. God damn it. Y'all just doing y'all own goddamn thing, not ignoring me. I'm about to whoop y'all ass. Y'all don't want to hit the like button. What's wrong with y'all? I better get it together. Y'all better get it together. All right. Let me see. Okay. Found the video. Because I was like, I just go to my own video. So I recall I was double streaming. Hold on. Where is it? Where did this shit start? This shit was crazy. Okay, I think it started somewhere around here. In the first 9 minutes of the goddamn video. Let me share it. What we got? Ones or twos? What we got? Ones or twos? We got twos. I see twos. Ones. Okay, I see twos. All right, I see more twos than ones. Whatever, ignorant. Whatever, Big Bad Bull, dumb about 0. Yeah. Whatever, Big Bad Bull. I could just sit here and be quiet too, Big Bad Bull. That's what you want me to do, God damn it. I could let you hit the pen and you could take over the damn show. Talking about 0. 2, damn it. All right. And the craziest part of it, Bomb Cherry, is that the title of the show is called, right? The title of the show is Men Are Creepy with a question mark. That is the title of the show. Men are creepy. But it comes to terms to find out that is actually, at least the women on this panel, they were the creeps. So I creep. Yeah. They ain't doing it on the down low. They talking on the panel like they wanna get locked up. They trying to get their ass locked up. Oh shit! All right, hold on. We're gonna check see what they say right now. Oh my goodness.
I want to know the first man that does have a problem with that, and if so, then maybe I'm wrong. But I'll leave it right there at that. I don't even feel like I need to say anything
hold
else.
On. Is a little before that? Hold on.
Go forth. If he does have a problem with it, so be it. But I want to know the first man that does have a problem with that.
Hold on. I guess we gotta go back a little bit more. Hold on. Just a little bit. Hold on, because we gotta get the Agent Tomato when she first said it. Shout out to all the beautiful ladies. Shout out to the Agent Tomato. I mean, god damn it. I keep messing this beautiful lady name up. My bad, Agent. I mean, I keep forgetting the R word, even though she likes to R word the men. The Raging Tomato. I apologize, the Agent Tomato. I mean, Raging Tomato. My bad. We got the beautiful Smell the Roses. We got the Melanin Legacy. I don't know if it's Melanin Legacy or Mammy Legacy. I don't know which one it was that day. I wasn't used to this version of, I was not adjusted to this version of Melanin Legacy. We got the Agent Tomato, Mammy Legacy. I don't know the other lady, Mubba. I ain't acting up. I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm just having a good time. Goddamn, I'm just having a good time. Hopefully, nobody get too mad at me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're just having a good time. God damn it. She always don't take it personal. Baby, don't take it personal. I'm just kidding. So please, nobody take it personal. Nobody run and tell their people like, oh, Sherrod is I'm just joking. I'm just having jokes. Dang. Be so damn crazy.
Nobody asked for you, actually. Nobody missed you.
I'm gonna let it slide.
Where is Melody?
I'm gonna let it slide.
She was doing so good. Nice. You threw her off.
I'm missing something. No, go ahead.
Before we continue, remember to go to all of the comments. Make sure that we are introduce this souls. The beautiful Smell the Roses is in the building.
Yeah, the beautiful Smell the Roses. Shout out to Smell the Roses.
We have the Queen Mother in the building. Nice to meet you.
We're gonna skip past some of this.
Man, I've been away too long. We got two doctors up here. Dr. Ilkan Ali in the building.
When did the show start? I thought I had the right time.
So, friends, I have a weird show for y'all today, okay?
Okay. Let's go.
please be careful with the
There we
TOS on the main event. Okay, you can say
Okay.
words, but be careful with the words. This is streamed for 72 channels and international and all that. I don't want nobody to be in trouble. Okay, so be
Mhm. Kim.
careful with the words grape and all those things, right? So we're
Yes.
going to start with
What you gonna start with?
something actually a little bit more simple.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Let's do it.
let me
Start
put
with
this
something a little
picture
simple.
here and we
Okay,
go
let's
from
check out
there.
this picture.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Man wakes up to girlfriend having sex with him without consent.
So like I don't understand how this is controversial. This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. Man wakes up to girlfriend having, relations with him without. Where is your principles? If a man was to do this, we are all saying, call the police, lock his ass up. If it was a man, lock his ass up. So therefore, she's agreed. I'm confused.
Okay, man
Okay.
wakes up to girl having sex with him without consent.
Mm-hmm.
My question to y'all is, I'm not going to challenge you to the legalities of this. I'm going to ask you, in your opinion,
Mm-hmm.
is this okay?
Is it okay?
Personal view. We're not going to judge nobody.
Okay.
Personal
Don't
view.
judge him.
Just be careful with your words, okay? In your personal opinion, is this okay? With Melanie decides who goes first. I'm definitely going like,
It's time to do.
Let's see what the
We're gonna let our
beautiful-
two ladies already up at the top go. So Sarah and then
Okay,
Smell
we got the beautiful Agent Tomato. I believe she's gonna go first.
I want to hear the first man that complains about a woman waking him up with a BJ or jumping on top of him or so on and so forth. If he does have a problem with it, so be it. But I want to know the first man that does have a problem with that. And if so, then maybe I'm wrong. But I'll leave it right there at that. I don't even feel like I need to say anything else.
I love it. Go ahead, Roses.
I'm just gonna go with the title of, can we see that again? Like, what
you
is
want
it?
to see the picture again?
Yeah, there it goes. Man wakes up.
wake.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Man wakes up to girlfriend having sex with him without consent, meaning he woke up and the woman was on it. She was on the mission already. She didn't have to tell nothing. Like, is this in your eyes okay? Is this
No,
okay?
it's not okay. It's
Oh,
not
damn.
okay.
Shout out
Like,
to
why
Smell
is
the
she,
Roses.
going there with him without him knowing that she's going there with him?
Roses, are you serious?
Yes.
I mean,
Wait,
Serious.
one second. Hey, one second. We're already on it. No, you 1 second.
I am kind of. It's like, okay, we don't know all of the circumstances, right? We don't know.
Bless you, my brother.
What if?
Thank you, sir.
What if she's
No problem, sir.
What if she hasn't been taking the pill, melanin?
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. That's a great question. What if he don't want her to? Hey, great question. Great question. See, I think that the issue is that a lot of women just hear talking points, and they just get caught up in the talking points. Like she did whatever. She fondled that man until the thing got up, and she just hopped on top of it. And then he finally woke up. Is like, what the hell is going on? You on top of me in a full-on sweat, girl. This is not cool. It is not okay. Because clearly it was no conversations prior to her hopping on him while he's asleep. Now, they had a whole conversation, say, hey, babe, you know, if I'm asleep and you can get that thing up while I'm asleep, do your thing, and then we can have a different conversation. But no, you cannot take it just because you're a girl. No, your ass need to go to jail. If it was ain't no way. Ain't no way. Most healthy couples had a conversation way before anybody does anything like that. Consent is needed. Somehow it has to be implied that it is okay for you just to put your mouth on my peen while I'm asleep. Hey, you do it to the wrong person, you might get peed on. You never know. You think that is one thing coming, you have another thing coming. You think one thing coming is another thing coming. If that man do not want to be woken up out his sleep because he have wet dreams or whatever the case is, you feel me? You might have another thing coming. You don't know what he might be dreaming. We gotta have a conversation. You cannot just hop on me. Absolutely not. Not unless I told you it's okay. What you mean? I can't imagine. I'm sleeping. Some girl just have her coot right in my goddamn face, moving up and down, trying to ring her bell with my nose. Absolutely, I'm gonna bite the hell out you. What the hell you doing on my face? I can't breathe. God damn it! I'm gonna bite you. What you doing? Over here jarring on my goddamn face, and I ain't even know. I didn't get to brush my damn teeth. Trying to brush my teeth with your goddamn pubes? Get your ass off of me. I can't breathe. Smell the roses. I want to smell them I want to smell them while I'm conscious. I don't want you to just put the roses in my damn face. Oh shit. Oh shit. God damn it. If you're having a good time, make sure you hit that like and that share button. We're going to have a good time today, clearly. Oh, shit.
He's told her, this is just a scenario. This is just like, it could be or it could not be. So this is why I'm saying it could be weird. What if he was like, I want to have a baby, and she up there doing her thing while he don't know what's going on, trying to get that baby out of him, you know?
Okay. Okay, that's something different. But even still, if we're married and I want a baby, that's what I said. That's the point of getting married. I'm not supposed to.
She said that the man gets the right to choose what he wants to do.
In regards to children?
In regards to being over a woman, being a woman's leader in her life. Like you said,
I agree that, but this is.
So he didn't give consent, Melanin.
Okay, come on.
He's not supposed to have to give consent for this.
So what?
Yes, he does.
So what?
But he's not supposed to have to give consent for this.
Excuse me?
Yes, he does.
But he's not supposed to have to give consent for this.
Yes, he does.
But he's not supposed to have to give consent for this.
Yes, he does.
That is correct. Yo, listen. That is insane to me. That is insane to me. What do you mean he don't have to get, bruh? That is some of the wildest things I ever heard in my life, because if it's the other way around, I remember it was a older gentleman on my panel. He had the same kind of, he had the same kind of mentality as Mammy Legacy. I mean, God damn it. Melanin Legacy. I don't know why I keep messing up these names today. Shicey, but why I keep messing up these names today? I cannot seem to say Agent Tomato on Mammy Legacy. I mean, God damn it. I mean, Raging Tomato and Melanin Legacy. I don't know why I can't say their names properly today. God damn it. Lock up freaky ass up. God damn it. Hey, look. I don't know. Most of the time, I think that's another thing that is a myth that, like, it's not. I don't know how many grown men are still waking up with hard-ons as a grown man. Like that, I don't like. Is that really happening to grown men? I need to know from my grown men. Put a 1 in the chat. And you still waking up and you don't understand what's going on. Your thing is just hard and you don't know why. Put a 2 in the chat if you get up in the middle of the night and go to pee. You goddamn right, Shiesty. You better ask me first, because I don't know if you brush your teeth. I don't want no gingivitis, smelly breath on my... Nope, I don't want it. We don't get no goddamn erections in our sleep. We don't be sleep. Don't let them... I guess these men are some good actors that y'all actually think they be sleep. They don't be sleep when they roll over and they rub on your butt. He thought, oh, I don't know, babe, I was asleep. No, he ain't sleep. His ass wasn't asleep. He knew exactly what the hell he was doing. He was trying to check your temperature. That man ain't no goddamn sleep. That's right. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, we just wake up. We see you rolled over, looking all nice. We're like, look at my baby. Let me try to act like I'm asleep too. And you try to rub that thing right in the right spot. Oops. You ain't no goddamn oops. You're like, oh, babe, you awake? He try to act like he's asleep. Oh, babe, sometimes he got a mind of his own. He a damn liar. Let me put y'all up on game. He a liar. His ass wasn't no goddamn sleep. His ass wasn't asleep. He lied to you, okay? That's all part of the game. Oops. Hey, he got a mind of his own, babe. What you trying to do? You trying to put me back? What he said? You trying to put me back to sleep? Why are you trying to go back to sleep? Your ass wasn't asleep then. Oh my goodness. Yeah, right. I'll never get through the goddamn thing because I'll be enjoying myself too goddamn much. I'll be enjoying myself too much.
Can I hop in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because I have to agree with Sarah, because again, I do want to hear from a man who is not.
I cannot believe my ears. Rogue C say it isn't so. Rogue C say it isn't so. Not you too. You don't need consent too. So if he don't wake up at all, you just gonna go ahead and do what you gotta do. He don't wake up at all, you're just gonna. So let me just ask the question. So I just want to have some understanding. So if he's sleeping, you doing your damn thing. He's standing up like a soldier. You put your gingivitis on it. You didn't even brush your damn teeth yet. And then you didn't finish that part. So then now you jump on it, and then he don't wake up at all. You go do your thing, and you got your you turn to an AK-47. You just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All up on him. He was asleep the whole time. When he wake up in the morning and he goes to the bathroom and he pees, and the pees go all over the place because, you know, when you go to the bathroom for the first time after you do that, you know, your pee don't be shooting straight. It'd be like, you know, it's pee everywhere, goddammit. You can't control it. If you didn't remember that you did it, and this is your first time peeing, pee is shicey. Pee going everywhere if you don't know. You're like, oh, what the hell is going on with this thing? You're like, what the hell? And you trying to aim it now, because now you got to be all over the bathroom. You trying to aim it. The pee's like, shit. It be moving. The first piss after you finish, your pee be all over the place. So now he wakes up and he's like, God damn, what happened? He come back to you, hey, babe, I just had the strangest thing. I don't know what kind of dream I had, but damn, I woke up and I was peeing everywhere. Whatever, Maya. And he wake up, babe, what's going on? Why was I peeing everywhere? What is this? Are you telling him, well, hey. Or you telling him, well, hey, babe, you know, you was asleep the whole time, but I was riding until I couldn't ride no more? Or you just be like, I don't know what happened. You was asleep, I was asleep. What are you going to say? Ladies, when he wakes up in the morning, he asks what happened. Are you going to tell him and say, hey, you slept through the whole thing. I had a good time, but you was asleep. I put gingivitis on that thing and all that. I don't know why you didn't wake up. But I finished, and you put me to sleep. Well, I put myself to sleep. And your little man was at attention. What you going to tell him in the morning if he don't wake up? What you gonna tell him? I just want to know. Yes, Natasha. They ain't even brush their teeth, Natasha. They're crazy.
Into the agree with Sarah, because again, I do want to hear from a man who is not into the spontaneity, especially when I hear all these. Hold on. Especially when I hear all these arguments about men not getting sex. So now it's confusing, because if you guys are saying that you're not getting sex, and then you have a woman who is trying to give you the spontaneity, and you guys are always saying women don't initiate, women don't blah, blah, blah. All the things I'm hearing men complain about when it comes to their sex lives with their women. But now if a woman's initiating and she's being spontaneous with it, what's the problem?
The problem is the man in question did not give consent to be spontaneous while he was asleep. That's the problem. That's the problem. The man woke up with this woman doing what God knows what to him. He didn't like how I looked. Maybe he was dreaming something else was happening to him. I don't know. But he didn't like it. Maybe he went to jail before and something happened in his sleep. I don't know. But the man didn't like the fact that she took it upon herself to do it while he was asleep. Now, for the men, for for the men that have a woman and a woman never want to have no intercourse with them, I don't know what to say to you. I'm hoping that is a minority of men. And absolutely, you can consent to spontaneousness. And we are walking down the street, and it's late at night. I say, hey, babe, right behind this car, some good cover. Let's do it right here, right now, in front of this car, right in front of these people's houses. I don't give a damn who see us and who hear you. We're going to do it right here in front of the car. That's spontaneous, and I'm asking for consent. Right there in the public. Bucket naked. In the nude. Yes, that is getting consent spontaneous. If we go to the goddamn movie theaters and whatever's going on in the movie theater, I say, hey, man, ain't nobody in this goddamn movie theater. How about you sit on my popcorn? This ain't no regular popcorn. That's still spontaneous with consent. If we happen to be at the bar, we talking, we chilling, we getting, and I'm hitting, and I'm smelling good, I'm looking good, and I'm saying all the right things. I'm looking you in your eye. I'm like, God damn it, baby, that dress looks so damn good on you. How about you go to the bathroom, and 30 seconds later, I go to the bathroom. And then she say, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And when I get to that bathroom, make sure you ain't got no goddamn panties on. And she's like, all right, then, goddamn it. That's still spontaneous with consent. Should I keep going, or did I make my point? That you could absolutely be spontaneous with consent. That bar got more than one tip that night. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I might be able to lift you up, hold you up, put you on my shoulders. It's more, not just the bar got its liquor license. I might got my liquor license too. The bar ain't the only one with the liquor license. You feel me? I got my liquor license too, goddammit. Oh man. Shit. Hit the goddamn. Let me see. Got me doing this goddamn work. Let me see if y'all hit the damn light button. Let me see if y'all put in some work. Damn! I don't got 100 likes. Come on. I know we all laughed and joked and we had a good time. I know that's deserving of a like, a share, or a 99-cent. Come on. I know one of my jokes is worth $1, goddamn it. I can't believe my ears, Roxy.
Because I really just want to know, as far as when it comes down to what do you all want? I asked that last time I was here.
Well,
So before we give our take,
yeah,
you
ladies
tell us
first.
what you think about this first. No, it's ladies first, not the men first. You tell us exactly what you think about this,
Catch
and
Mr.
then we will
Ali.
give our take. We're not doing that.
Yeah, she tried to do a Uno reverse. Don't do that. Like, you got it.
But the only
So I
thing
feel
is,
like we
there's
know
no
the norm
nuance in
is
there.
that
No,
we know
there's
the
no
norm is
nuance.
that
There's your
men are
opinion. Go ahead,
complaining
move it.
all the time that they want us to be more aggressive in the bedroom.
Yes.
And they want us. However, he reported this. So that means there has to be some backstory because he did report. How did it get to the news? He reported it. So something
No, no,
there's a
Because that couldn't have been his wife or his girl.
Hold on.
Well,
We're
it's
not
not
gonna
his
move.
wife.
Hold on, y'all. We're talking about consent right now. We're not talking about being spontaneous, okay?
Okay.
Should the women have to get consent from the men? before
No.
they take it.
No. No.
The verbiage.
No, we want no questions. There was the original question. We need to make sure everybody answers it before we
Yes.
start the conversation.
There's not a marriage in America that a man doesn't say he wants the woman to initiate more. So get consent. What do you mean? Ask permission before
So both of y'all are okay with that, right?
Let them cook, Fatty. Let them cook.
No, I just want to both of y'all are okay
I'm
with
not okay because he felt violated. He reported it.
But that's
No,
what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying.
about
That can't be his
friends.
wife or his girl. That had to be some
Man,
stranger.
y'all need to pay friends. Y'all need to pay attention. I didn't ask you what is your opinion of the person. I asked your opinion. Okay, you have a man. You probably had a couple of men. You wake up. You wake him up to the glorious morning breakfast, right? Everybody kind of knows what it is. Do you have a problem with that? Do you think it's okay, or you think it's not? Let's not focus on the reporting and he complain about
I
it.
have no problem.
If
with
we're
it
in the
because
house
normally
together,
what
if he
happens
made it all the
is-
way to my house, I made it to his, then I don't think that's already consent enough. Why are you in my house or why am I at your
So
house?
y'all do understand.
Wow, Rogue C. Rogue C. Y'all don't know what y'all are saying. Y'all don't know what y'all are saying. Y'all don't know what y'all saying. That is crazy. Rogue C, that was crazy. You at my house. I made it to your house. You made it at my house. Bro? Y'all don't understand what you are actually saying and suggesting. That we in 2026. This is craziness. This is craziness. That's craziness. Rogue C, my gasket is flabbered. That a woman would say, well, why you in my house? If I want it, why? And you don't want to get why you here. That is the craziest thing that you can say in 2026. Whew. Mm. Mm. Incorrect. That's just insane.
And that we dragging it because y'all won't just say yes or no.
No, we got more of an answer. We got Lover Girl answer. We need Sarah's answer. We need Sarah's answer.
Say yes. It's Lala.
You said if he drove all the way over there and you drove all the way over there, you say you fine with it.
I mean, it's going down apparently. If you hear, it's going down.
Oh,
yeah, but he was asleep.
No,
Right.
he woke up.
Well, at that
Somebody-
point, of course he woke up.
No,
Well, hold on. No, he was asleep, but his little man woke up. She coerced. It was coercion on the little man. She did whatever she did. She twinkled whatever she had to twinkle, and the little man woke up. He was still asleep. And she got on top of that thing and she ride it like she can't ride no more. She gonna take that thing to the Old Town Road. She gonna ride like she can't ride no more. That is crazy to me.
Hey, I don't want to give my input. I just want to remind him of the movie Sleeping Beauty. Okay, go ahead, guys.
That is kind of funny. I remind you of the Sleeping Beauty because Sleeping Beauty was absolutely asleep, and everybody was. As we got older, we realized that hey, maybe Prince Charming shouldn't have kissed that goddamn lady while she was sleeping. Because Disney gave us the clean version. He kissed her lips all right. He kissed her lips all right. I know Disney gave us the clean version, but he kissed her lips all right. Woke her ass up by kissing on her lips. I got it. I get it. Y'all saying y'all want the link, but I need some likes, shares, and some 99-cent super stickers. Erica? Erica? He kissed some lips, Erica. She woke right up, goddammit. Where was her consent? Shit. Make sure I get my likes and my shares. Let me see. Since y'all don't have 99 cents, y'all don't think y'all having a good enough time. My joke's saying worth 99 cents, and we could get 40 more likes. We open up the panel. How about that? Since y'all don't want to help a brother. Oh, God damn it. Shit. Let's go.
Lala has an answer.
They're going to go and work harder and get more money once you wake them up in that manner normally.
Oh,
So,
shit. It's a
I love you. Yes, please come back again. I like this, where this is going. Go ahead, Lala.
Shit,
What's he saying?
They're going to go and work harder and get more
in beauty. Okay, go ahead, guys.
Lala has an answer.
They're going to go and work harder and get more money once you wake them up in that manner normally.
Oh.
No. So let me tell you what happens. Hey, listen here. I'm going to be honest with you. When our ladies wake us up in the middle of the night or early in the morning and she give us some head until we finish, we going back to sleep. We're going to be even in a deeper sleep. Your head, your vagina ain't motivation. That money is the motivation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, the money is the motivation, goddammit. You don't want to be homeless is the motivation. You don't want to be starving is the motivation. You give me some head in the morning, I'm going to wake up, be thankful, and I'm going to go back to sleep. That's what's going to happen. I'm going back to sleep. Yeah. Listen, if you just like you can't find it, you hit you go look for it. If this woman, y'all be finding other goddamn things that be all hiding away from y'all too. So you can find the goddamn like button. Act like it's the lick button.
Oh shit, it's a
I love you. Yes, please come back again. I like this, where this is going. Go ahead, Lala.
So it says girlfriend, and I agree with the young lady that said, what if she's just trying to get his seed?
Yeah.
You know, as a woman, you wouldn't want it to happen to you, so why would you do it to him? That is crazy.
Wait, so y'all saying in a relationship, she's supposed to, okay, first of all, because let's really talk about this, right? A man is 10 hut in his sleep. He's 10 hut in his sleep. You telling me I'm supposed to just I'm supposed to wake him up and it's already looking at me?
You sound predatory.
Crazy.
That is insane. That was insane. That was insane. That was insane. That was some crazy talk right there.
I'd like to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
That was some real crazy talk right there. Shout out to Nite. Shout out to the Nite Slayer with the 5 boys. He says, follow my lead. Follow the leader, follow the leader. Let's go. Thank you so much tonight. I appreciate you. Shout out to Shadow the Time Watch. He says, I'm being toxic already. Low one, which is that is crazy because we're talking about men dropping off a load in the morning. So that's kind of crazy. Lord have mercy. And then also, Shadow doubling up. Shadow said, I'm not your night. Shadow said, I'm not your night. So shout out to the Nite Slayer. Shout out to Shadow the Titan Wives. Make sure y'all do exactly what they're doing. Show some love. Repeat after them. That's how we maintain dope conversations, how we maintain things. We got to do it together. And also make sure y'all sub to Nite's News channel. He is grinding. He is doing what he's supposed to do. He's putting out great content. Make sure you subscribe to the Nite. God damn it. Make sure you subscribe. She said, if that thing is up and staring at me, what kind of, if that thing is up, what are you doing staring at your man so long that his thing get up? What is going on in the middle of the night? What y'all got going on? Hey, listen, I don't know. Maybe I work so hard that when I'm with me, hey, listen, when I'm asleep, I'm asleep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I'm asleep, I'm asleep. I work for real. I be out here grinding. I got you, Bob. I'm about to open it up shortly.
What if a guy in a strip club said to a dancer,
no, we're talking about boyfriend,
nice,
girlfriend.
Juicy cream.
This is boyfriend. This is boyfriend, girlfriend. You guys are making your own
and
scenario.
we're already in the bed together. From that story,
this is not the
like
club.
they didn't say she snuck up in his house. It didn't say that he didn't know her. We're already in the bed together.
I'm not asking. I'm not asking. I'm taking.
Hey, this is going to be an interesting show. Y'all have no idea what y'all did right now. Any woman on the panel that is against this other than smell the roses?
I need more.
Lala
Who needs more? And Lala
more information.
I just need more information. I have a morning, Woody, and you said, I take care of it, baby.
Period, fatty. Let him know.
But I don't know your relationship because
No. Hey, one second. Friends, 1 second. It was saying that there's girlfriend. There's a commitment there. These people know each other. This is not a rendezvous. This is not a strip club. This is two people that actually have a committed relationship with each other. Let's go with that.
Fine and well. But there have been wives in the past that have reported their husbands for taking it. So why
I'm asking you
the other way around? Why would you do something to someone that you don't want done?
I'm asking you.
Shout out to Miss Lala Brown with the bars. It's been women reporting their boyfriends and husbands. Are we now gonna say, hey, all he gotta do is come and say, well, the vagina was wet, what I was supposed to do? Are we saying that's okay? Well, you know, it was your vagina was just sitting there marinating all night. What was I supposed to do? This is crazy talk. Y'all don't realize the craziness that y'all saying. That was crazy.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Peace to Marvelous 0071. Stay safe, my friend. With the 10 ball, I wish my internet wasn't trash, but at least your content is gold. Peace and love, brother. Thank you so much. Peace and love to you, Marvelous. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Shout out to the fellas showing out today. That's crazy to me. I don't know. I just think if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Just because it's wet doesn't mean you can get a chance to poke it. Just because it's up doesn't mean you get a chance to sit. Sorry, no. Unless we had a conversation and we both say, hey, this is what we into. I'm into you waking me up in the middle of the night, doing whatever you want to do with me. If you give that consent to your partner, then, hey, I can understand it. But something got to be said before you just hop up out that bed, turn on, look at it, and my ding-a-ling is up. Yeah. I don't know. I think some kind of conversation got to be said or had that it is okay to just do whatever you want to do to me in the middle of the night, whether I'm awake or not.
Oh.
Right, but that's why I said we need the backstory.
It says girlfriend.
Oh man.
Right, because in the past, when women have reported that, it was already understood that's not okay with me. But we don't know the backstory. I mean, what if she's done that?
Y'all ask the backstory for the women when they report on men?
But usually there is a backstory.
Because
that's the point.
The man is already convicted of the crime before he even goes to jail.
But again, it's a matter of when you hear from those stories of those women,
Hold
There's
on,
usually
y'all. 'cause-
violence.
Hold on, because we can't hear everyone at one time. So top rows, go ahead. You in the
I
top,
was
go
just
ahead.
saying that when men are accused of these kinds of things, that before they even make it to trial, the women have already cast him out as a, weird, creepy man.
Y'all are
Very true. I don't know why we trying to act like we don't know. We be knowing.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Shout out to the night with the dodo. He said, nah, Shadow, I got you. We need to get 200 likes. God damn it. We need to get to 200 likes. We didn't even get to 100 likes, but we need to get to 200 likes. Y'all heard tonight. We need to get it together. God damn it. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Thank you so much, Night Edition. Let's keep it going.
Y'all are playing on defense. I see that y'all are scared. Y'all pussy. Like this
How
is
y'all
first.
scared?
Hold on. It's not
No,
about
this
being-
is like, hey, this is ladies first. Y'all giving but the legality of the consequence of the. Come on, man. Everybody knows that everybody here, other than Fatty, speeds here and there.
But that's why I said earlier, Fatty, it's a matter of, because Sarah hit it right on the head. How many men are complaining? I hear men more complaining about the fact that they don't get it. They they want a woman to initiate.
Hey, Roxy, you are right, but you are the one that's going to be more trouble. Just watch. Somebody's going to pull the window reverse. Let's hear from the fellas first, because the ladies, first time we got all quiet for them to talk, and all of them are.
What I think is crazy is that the title of the show is that men are creepy. Man, if we get 30 more likes, we can open up the panel. That's all we asking for. 30 more likes, and the panel will be open. Because I know y'all got some things to say. I know y'all want to share your thoughts, but this is kind of crazy. Where we at? We just need 30 more likes. Oh, we have 25 more likes, and the panel is open. That's simple. I don't charge no fees or nothing. Hopefully I could get some love and attention from my people. I appreciate it when you can. But all I'm asking for is 25 more likes. And then we're going to work on the next 100 likes, because Nida said we need 200 likes. It should be very simple. We are all here together. So let's get it done. We need 70. We at 76. We just need to get to 100 likes. Look for the like button. It's really that simple. Either since Ma just put in 5, I was gonna say either 30 likes or $30 then, because I don't know what's the issue. I'm trying to, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. $25 or 25 likes to open up the panel. Sharon, put his good shirt on for Ali and I know that's right. What you trying to say, Mott? What you trying to say, Mott? I'll put my good shirt on. That is hilarious. God damn. Not my good shirt. Shit.
Are wishy-washy. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
not melanin.
We don't need melanin over here.
Let's
the
go.
doctor.
20 more likes, y'all. We almost there.
Sharon
20 more
Bracy.
likes.
Hey, Bracy. Sorry, doctor. What do you think? Do you have a problem with the
So,
situation? Or not?
what I think in most healthy relationships, that's a conversation that always happens anyway. Do you mind if I wake you up with a little bit of such and such? If they had a conversation, he don't like it for whatever reason, maybe her breath stink. I don't know. Maybe he don't like the fact that she be waking him up in the middle of the night, and that's why that one man had a problem. But in majority cases, in a healthy relationship, neither partner usually cares about the morning. And you got it up, and I'm in the mood. We could just do our thing in the morning. Either way, and majority of men, I will believe, would not mind if his girl, the one that he likes, is doing some things to him in the middle of the night or early in the AM before he go to work. So I think it's all about communication. And clearly that man, that one man, he had a communication. He really didn't like that girl. And so that's why he had a problem with it. Woo! I ain't gonna lie. I be cooking up. And y'all lucky y'all got Shadow the Titan Wives to be holding y'all down.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Shout out to Shadow the Titan Wives with 25 boy. He said, second round, sir. This is a topic that needs to be had. All right, my brother. So here we go. We got the threshold, one of the thresholds. So therefore, we will be dropping a link. Cam up if you can. Let's talk about it. Because I know y'all, oh shit. I know y'all could cam up if, I know y'all really can cam up. I see y'all do it on the other shows, but you know, them shows is a little bit bigger than mine, so I get it. Yeah, I get it. Them shows is a little bit bigger than mine, so you know. Who is little old Sharon be telling me to cam up? Shout out to Shadow the Titan Wives, man. Always holding me down, god damn it. Rain sees so he going, even when it's snowing in Texas, he still put his camera on. Shout out to Shadow, god damn it. Let me pin this. Let's get it cracking. Okay. All right, so it's pinned. We still need 120 likes, and so we can get to 200 people live in the chat. That's what we need to get to. God damn it! Welcome to the show. One of the first supporters of today's show. Welcome to the show. Tonight, good day, night. How are you doing today? Can you believe what is being said? Matter of fact, before I even actually believe, what is your thoughts on this whole consent situation and the women flip consent?
It's a double standard. It's a dangerous double standard. Because if the men did it,
why would you say it's a dangerous?
Because if the men did it, that's great. That's what women is taking men to court for. They're saying that if you put it in me while I'm halfway asleep or whatever else, I'm finna get you locked up. What did Michael Jackson say? And I've learned that love is not possession. But they basically saying that you a possession. And they can have their way with you.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing tonight. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl. Says that I am the one. But because she says I'm the one, I can't say no?
Listen, bruh. That woman just said, if I wake up and I see it's up.
That was insane.
That's almost the same as what these weird dudes been saying this. We've been on dudes for the last 2 or 3 weeks about these conversations about the way she was dressed and the way that she looked. So you saying the same thing, women, when you saying it's up, it's ready. I need to go on ahead and handle my business. You
crazy work.
You belong to me. That's another song.
Ooh, good one, Night. That's a good one, Night. So let me so Night, this is what we're gonna do. We have a young lady in the back. Maybe she could give us some straightening. We could understand why it's only consent on one side, and then we got another doctor in the house. Welcome to the show, Kim West. What side of the coin are you on? Can men have consent?
Hello, is my mic okay?
Yes, you sound good. I don't know why your camera not okay, but yes, your microphone sounds great.
I think I'm against you today. I think I'm against you today. Because I don't think you're giving the full argument. You're not talking about the implied consent part, which was a lot of the confusion from last night. When you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage, there is the implied consent that when you have done this routine hundreds of times, you're not looking at it like, okay, this 150th time I'm in a situation where I don't know where the consent line is. So I think
so you don't believe that, like, so this is what usually happens, and any of the men on the panel can correct me. When a man wants it at the middle of the night and his thing gets up, he roll over, he starts poking it, he start putting it on you, let you know that he ready, he start rubbing on you, he's trying to at least get you awakened to understand what he wants to do. He don't just go ahead and put it in and then you wake up like, oh, this is what we doing? No, it's usually a process of him wake you up, and that's the implied consent. He woke you up, he rubbed on you, and she like, what you doing, babe? And you like, and that's how it usually happens. It's never that he's inside of you and you wake up with the man inside of you.
Or you start with foreplay in the middle of the night instead of just, penetration.
Welcome, Dr. PhD Mott. You said you disagree with what I said, Mott?
No, I said it's either that. I do got a PhD. I said it's either that or you start with foreplay in the middle of the night.
And if it is a PhD, it's a player hating degree.
Okay, so I think that's my disagreement. So you're saying the implied consent is not there. It doesn't exist. When we're feeling like there's an implied consent, we're tripping, and really you're giving us choosing signals. There's signals that are
what's the
consent.
What's the choosing signal?
You just said it's rubbing and touching and priming and a sort of a foreplay.
No. Okay, so now if you don't do it, so I don't know what you missing. None of that was done.
You sleep and it's just a rest.
It was nothing implied to consent to. The person was 100% unconscious.
Okay, that's where I'm saying I disagree. I feel
so when can somebody be unconscious and consent?
The consent is already implied by the relationship.
That is so wild.
Okay, so you saying that as long as the woman, hold on, so Kim West, you said as long as the woman wanted, the man is always implied consent, whether he's conscious or unconscious.
Okay, so that's
yes
another.
Or no? Hold on, yes or no?
In a relationship.
Yeah.
Already in a relationship.
Yes, in a relationship.
I'm gonna say yes also.
Yeah.
What?
All right, can I please?
Hold on.
I need to load some money on.
Hold on. Kim West said yes, that is implied consent because they're in relationship. Kim West, can your boyfriend or husband ever take it from you?
Yeah.
And how's that happen?
Well, because even within the implied consent, you can what am I saying? Retract the consent or whatever.
So so Kim, you saying the only way you could do it is if somebody revokes consent. That's the only way.
In this strict line of questioning that we got going, yes.
That's a double standard.
I agree.
All right, so Kim West said the only way you can take it from your partner if it's revoked. Okay, so clearly me and Nite do not agree with that. We're gonna go with Shadow and Mott so they could get their voices in there as well. Shadow, do you agree that the only way it can be taken is from revoked consent?
Before I respond, please let Mont go because I want to clear part of the shit he just said too. So, I'm against everything that's being said right now.
I'm with that. I just want to warn you and Nite. Y'all know y'all can't mess with me. Just so you know. Be careful
I don't
with an
know.
argument with me. Because y'all know
All
y'all
right,
coming for the
well,
doctor.
all right, let's get it, Doc.
But yeah, I agree with Kimmy. I think if for me personally, if I'm in a relationship with you, my body is yours. Unless I tell you no, it's a green light every time. You know, if I don't tell you no, if then green light, do whatever you want, baby.
So if you never wake up, you still don't have no problem with it.
Yeah, if I wake up and my girl's like, "Yo, last night, you know, I did this, that, and the third to you," more power to you, baby.
Wow, that's crazy.
As long as you don't do nothing, you know, I ain't against. Like, don't touch my butt. Like, you know.
Whoa! What?
No. You said implied consent, bro.
No.
Hold up, no.
Yeah, you said no. You said, listen. The song is, you're her possession. You belong to her. She can do what she want to do to you.
That's what
so
you
if she
said.
want to put 3 fingers, you said you belong to her, right? You her possession.
I misspoke.
What you said.
Everything but my butt belong to her.
No.
Hey, it's quick how quick that conversation can change.
All right, so that's crazy. Let me add one more person to the conversation that we just have it open. Also, KT the GOAT, do you agree that men do not have consent?
Do not have consent to what?
Huh? You not following the conversation?
No, I've been following, but you kind of reset it right there.
No, it's the same conversation, brother. You're asleep, but you're erect, and she's like, "Oh well, it's up, so let me jump on it."
You completely sleep.
I think it depends on the situation. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, y'all do got to already pre-establish mutual relationship of like kind of agreements that like
so you agree to being violated then.
So let me get it right. KT, you saying that you got to have a pre-conversation where you say, hey, you know, whatever, you got to have some kind of pre-conversation beforehand.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm pretty sure people don't like not know they in relationships with other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't saying there ain't people who don't, but typically, you know what I'm saying, you have that conversation, and I think you go through.
Sean, can I?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Shadow.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some nails in some coffins right now. So number one, we've had conversations about spousal grace. So if we're gonna have that conversation, it goes both ways. Again, yes, you can have a pre-conversation of, hey, while we are together, these are the parameters, but that is implied consent because you've already agreed to that consent. Saying that, oh, just because we're in a relationship means that you immediately have access to my body at all times is ludicrous. That's the very conversation we're saying is dangerous when men say it about women. How would it not be the same thing the other way around? And again, if that's something y'all agreed to, cool, y'all got that. But now y'all are saying, oh no, well, men don't have to consent. So you're saying that it's okay for men to be put in, the box. And that's not okay. You can't make me do something I'm not conscious of doing.
I mean, I get.
Shadow, can you slap your girl butt whenever you want to?
Pre-existing conversation.
No, I'm just asking. Whenever you want
pre-existing conversation.
I don't know
so you had a
that.
conversation with
No, hold on.
That.
No, hold up. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yes. So you had a
first of all,
conversation with
you
your
asked
woman.
me specifically. Yeah. Before we got married, before we got physical, we had conversations because of how I move in certain circles. So with that being said, we talked about certain things that can and cannot happen, and that must be talked about at that time.
Yeah. So okay, that's different, right? But I would argue that most men slap their girl ass whenever they want to. Would y'all agree to that?
Yes. And she can grab your sack whenever she wants to.
Whenever she wants to. I don't care.
Right. But no. Let's wait a minute, man. Let's have a conversation because you said you're gonna cook me and Shadow. She can't just walk up to you and grab you by your junk.
Absolutely, she can.
Do they do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Who has ever had a conversation about if I'm asleep, just put it in me? Or jump on top of it?
I mean, hold up.
Only
no, I'm talking to Mont. No, Mont said this is gonna be easy work.
Hold up.
Mont, when has a conversation ever been? You could put it in me when I'm asleep, and you can jump on top of me when I'm asleep. When has that ever been a conversation?
Only Shadow had that conversation.
Yeah, I think in general, I say in general, and this is what Bomb Cherry was saying too in the comments, a lot of couples or even married people, they're not having these deep dives on what you can and can't do. Can you kiss me? Can you touch my butt? Do you do this and do that?
No, I agree they don't, but what does happen is the action, right? You probably gonna smack your lady on the butt sometime at night.
Is that KT talking?
Yeah, and if she allows it, then you're okay. I mean, then she's okay with that. You get what I'm saying? If you didn't try that with your lady while she was asleep, and she woke up and continue to let you do that, well, now that's the pre-established thing that we talking about. Like relationships have everything ain't got to be spoken. You feel me? It is what it is. Again, actions will happen, and you'll see what's okay.
And I want to, but even then, KT, I disagree. Oh, sorry.
You got.
So KT, even in that case, I can disagree with that because we're talking about people who've been married for 20 years. The wife is like, I didn't want to, but I felt like I had to because you're saying this quote unquote pre-established notion. That's a very dangerous thing to think about. And also, even in certain contexts, when you're like, if you're just now hooking up with somebody and y'all don't have that kind of conversation, she sleeps over at your house and you do it, that's the fastest way to get caught up with a charge like that. Because literally, you're saying that it's okay. You're saying that it's okay because you're at my house. Hold up. I'm not saying, KT, hold up. I'm not saying you specifically, but it's a conversation we've had here. But what I'm saying is that, look.
Shadow, can you put the goalpost back?
And it's not moving the goalpost because it don't have to be a new relationship. It could be a old relationship. It could be a 20-year marriage.
Even if it's established, that's why I was trying to hop in. Please let me say this real quick. The difference of what you're talking about is like a new relationship or the second situation. You said you're right. That's how you get a charge. When you're talking about somebody who's been together for marriage years, if they've done that, I'm doubting this is their first time. Now, it's as Kim said, also people can revoke or change their mind. And maybe that is also something not said exactly. It may not be voiced. And at that point, she feels uncomfortable. Well, again, I'm not going to get into who's right or wrong there, but that can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So hold on 1 second because I also want to bring in a new guest. I want to bring in Marvelous Opinion. I want to say this, right? Okay. United States marital R word is explicitly illegal in all 50 states. And the District of Columbia. Although the path of full criminalization was gradual, the legal exemptions were completely struck down nationwide by 1993. In New York, for example, forced sexual contact with a spouse is governed by state laws such as NY Penal Law 130, including the R word in the first degree. So marital R word is the act of a intercourse or SA committed by a spouse without the partner's consent. It's illegal.
Yeah, but
in
that's
all
like
50 states.
that's like that case of the man drugging the wife and putting the wife to sleep on purpose and having all these people come in and mess with her. That's the realms that y'all are going to.
No.
We're talking about
No, we're not.
something.
Hold on. No, we talking about something very specific. We're saying that the man was asleep, his girlfriend hopped on top, and that's not something that he was willing to do. He did not want to be gyrated on or whatever she was doing to him without his consent.
No, see, I am low key with
Hey,
the
Kim,
women on that one.
Kim,
That's
is
a
consent
little
active or
suspect
passive?
behavior.
Hold on. So that's the conversation we talking about. This man was upset because this girl took it while he was asleep without his permission.
No, I'm saying
Do
that's
anybody
suspect
here
behavior.
have an issue with that?
Yeah, that's first
What-
of all,
hold
that's
up.
weird.
Were
Like,
they in
why
a
would you have a
relationship?
partner? Yeah, because why would you have a partner if you
Married.
don't? That's what I'm saying. This doesn't seem to be like. Why would you be wanting to marry somebody for life who you don't even want to have sex with you sometimes? Like,
No,
and
but
That's not
KT,
what.
just
again,
because
it's
I'm
like it's a
enjoying
pure
it
violation.
doesn't mean I
Hold
consented
on.
to
Hold
it.
on. Hold on. It's not being said. It's not being said that he doesn't want to do it. He wants to be awake and aware that he is doing it.
He obviously was when he woke up in the pussy.
But hold up, KT. Here's the thing. Then you just
Like, get
argued yourself
emotion.
now. No,
You said
I'm not
what?
getting emotional. You're arguing yourself now. Yes, just because I enjoy it doesn't mean I'm consenting to it at the time that it's happening. There's a difference between active consent and
Nobody even
passive
brought that up.
consent.
Y'all gotta come on
But
now.
that's what
Sometimes
we're
we just gotta
talking
have a
about, bro.
conversation on what.
Hold on,
Nah,
KT,
Shadow.
that's what
Consent
we're
is in
talking
both of
about.
those terms you use. Both terms you
What?
just used, Shadow, got consent in them. Passive consent and
Yes,
active
but
consent.
I think consent when it comes to sexual intercourse by law is an active consent. You're not saying that, oh, it's implied just because you can. You're saying, hey, this is a situation in which we fall situation passively, it's okay. But what I'm saying is no, it's not. Because consent can be taken away at any point in time, and we lead up to those cases.
Okay, but if he was okay with it, like he woke up and he
He's
had a
not.
problem.
Hold on. It's
He
not.
sleep.
Hold on. We're not talking about ifs.
We
The
talking about the
situation.
consent part though. The
Yes.
consent
Yeah.
is
So hold on. So you
that's
cannot
if
add.
you
If he. Hold on, Kim. You cannot add in things and say if he was not okay with it. He wanted
so that's
consent.
the only way the only way we understand he didn't give the consent is when he after the fact expressed that he was not okay with it, right?
No. See, the
What?
thing is, we got to have the conversation where the conversation is going. The man is asleep. He's asleep and erect, and you decided, oh, I'm finna suck on that.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? That's
Well, I'm
what I'm
finna
saying. If
jump
you're
on it.
married to somebody, isn't it a vow like that?
Let me.
Wait.
Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. So if she's asleep and I go inside of her and start, that's what women are taking men to court for right now. She was asleep. She didn't have no decision making part in it at all, and you did something to her. That's grape. So I'm sleep. No, listen, brother. Listen. No, listen, brother. I'm sleep. No one. Listen, brother. I'm sleep, and she starts sucking me off. I'm sleep, and she jump on top of me. I'm not consenting to nothing. I'm sleep.
Nobody. No. You're married to somebody. Why would you get married to somebody who will do an action like that, knowing that that's the action they'll do, and you like, oh my God, why are you?
Okay. So
we not talking about. Hold on, stop. Cause we not.
No. Because you.
Hold on, KT. This is why we don't need to add things into it. We don't need to add all this. You add in marriage. You said why would somebody want to be married to somebody? You said why you want to add.
Are those people not literally married?
You said hold on. You said why would you want to be married to somebody that's willing to do that to you? Whenever that happens, that is the first time, whether you married or not. You act as if people don't do things to people when they marry. So regardless of the fact,
no, Sharon, now you're adding things in. You're adding in non-typical things.
Let me just finish referencing what we have in the conversation. Regardless, they was boyfriend and girlfriend, or they was married. This is the first time it happened, and this person take advantage of the man while he was unconscious.
Now you're adding things in. Where does it anywhere
That's
say
the whole conversation. That's what we're talking about.
The man complained about it.
This is the conversation.
The man complained about it.
Hold on. Why are you asking? I gave you the premise. Why are you asking me something else?
Nowhere, anywhere does it say, because you talking about something. The premise you gave was I'm adding in stuff. Then your next thing is you literally added in something.
I did not add anything. I'm trying to get you to maintain your comment if you didn't add it in. So you can understand the premise is that
I don't need to understand the premise. A man and a woman was married. She did something he didn't like. You're now saying this the first time that happened. I'm saying, where did you get that from?
No. Did you listen to
shut up.
Rogue
cares?
C?
Wait, hold
Did you
up.
listen to Smell
Ignore
the
that whole.
Roses?
Like,
One
stop
second,
hopping
one
in
second,
for
one
the
second, 1 second. Before we all yell at each other and try to be mean or whatever else.
It's not.
Did
It's
you
not
listen to
yelling and being
Rogue?
mean. Why are
I'm
you
asking
interrupting
a
when I'm
question,
talking to
brother.
somebody
Let
else?
me ask you
Why are
this
you
question though.
interrupting when I'm talking to someone else?
Because
It
you're
don't need no
saying something
question,
that's
cuz.
brand new.
Goddamn.
The
It's not
brand
nothing
new
brand new. This
conversation is
man just brought that
the
in. That's what I'm saying, bro. Please.
conversation that
I'm done.
the conversation that you are having is brand new. Rogue C, Smell the Roses, Melanin Legacy all said that if they man, their man, not husband, their man is sleep and he's erect, they can suck on it and jump on it. That's the conversation. You're saying something brand new.
But even if I accept everything y'all just said, hold on.
Why he's on mute? Let me
Even if I
welcome in
accept
Marvelous.
everything y'all.
Hold on, Shaq, because I know Marvelous don't have that much time. Let me welcome in Marvelous Opinion.
Salute,
Welcome into
Marvelous.
the show, Marvelous Opinion. What's your thoughts?
My fault. Internet's trash as hell. I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly. Is it okay or is it trash?
You good?
You good? I'm good. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Sharon, you're coming in chopped, and so is Wasp. Everyone else is fine. Just y'all two are just kind of chopped. All right, but I'll get to my thoughts. Basically, I think that this topic's kind of ambiguous, only because when it comes to consent in itself, the ways that we communicate is based on a person's interpretation. So everyone's going to have their own way of understanding certain things within the dynamics of the relationship. That's why everyone has different examples of what I would accept, what I wouldn't accept. You wouldn't know your own dynamic. This man is saying there was something in his dynamic that he was not familiar with, and he was not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So from his perspective, it wasn't right. Now, you guys may argue back and forth again because it's all based on interpretation and how you want to perceive it. You want to say that, okay, I feel because a woman could do this, then a man should be able to do this. Is there hypocrisy with that? Maybe. But then it could also be some nuance in saying that not all things are communicated, and men and women do not treat each other the same. So trying to pretty much look at it like a tit for tat, like, well, if a woman does it, then a man should. You know, that's flawed in thinking. We don't treat each other the same way. And we know that.
Now you're Borging.
Yeah.
You Borging now.
Yeah. All right. So Marvelous, you started to break up just then. Let me also welcome into the show Margot Day.
What's
and then we
going
got
on?
Shadow. Shadow got some things to say right after. Go ahead.
What's going on, Bracy? Good morning. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well.
All right, salute to everybody on the panel. I think where the confusion coming at is, like Marvelous said, everybody got different definitions of consent. So I think that's what we need to deal with, the word itself, not what we think the word means, what the word actually means. So consent means giving permission, agreement, or approval for something to happen. It requires a voluntary, informed, and uncoerced choice made by someone with the mental and legal capacity to do so. So what we need to understand is, first and foremost, is there a relationship established? Has this ever happened before? Most people are uncomfortable when new things have been introduced to the relationship that they have not consented to do so prior to. So communication need to be transferred between one party to the next. What happens is we need to understand, is consent only verbal, and is communication only verbal? Which I think we always say communication is not only verbal or word of mouth. It can be implied through behavior. It can be implied through suggestions, gestures, all types of things. So, for instance, now everybody's relationship components are different. So we probably will come from different backgrounds. For those of us that was born in marriage, have seen our family members married, and if we had conversations with them, how they conducted in their marriage. Usually with somebody in a relationship, if you're saying these people, we're not talking about marriage, that means they just had a relationship, which means neither one are legally binded to
Slap the
each
taste
other,
out of your mouth.
which means
I'd like to see it.
Damn. It says, kick Truth. Not today. They put 20 on Truth head. Lord. I didn't see that one coming. Go ahead, Shadow. It's $20 to bring back Truth. Go ahead, Shadow.
So I'm keeping it above. The fact that we're trying to pretend that consent isn't something you actively have to give is crazy. Like, yes, if I consent to doing something, that means I'm agreeing to do it. You cannot give consent while unconscious. I don't care who you are. You can make subtle body movements that could, quote unquote, imply consent because they're involuntary motions, but you're still not consenting. You actually have to make an actual consenting gesture, whether it's agreed or not, in order to make that argument even work. That's why these arguments aren't working.
So, Shadow, are you saying there's no such thing as implied consent?
Okay,
There's
hold
no
on.
such
Okay,
thing.
hold on. Y'all both can't jump them. Okay, so we got Kim West and we got KT to go. Go ahead. Kim West and KT to go.
I just had that question. Shadow, are you saying there is just no such thing as implied consent? Consent that I
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you there. Hold on. I don't know why we are asking questions that we already answered already.
Yeah, he just said
Can somebody
you may think
hold on, Kim West. Can you imply consent while you unconscious?
I'm saying in the
Answer the question, please.
relationship.
Hold on. Just answer the question.
Wow, wow.
Hold on. Just answer the. Hold on, please, Kim.
No.
Can you Huh?
No, you can't.
All right.
But that's not. You're not.
That's where you say checkmate.
But no, it's not a checkmate because there
It
can't be
is.
pre-established.
You can't
consent.
comply
Stop!
consent.
Please stop!
You
I was
can't.
next. Please
Just
stop!
Let's get it on. Let's see what he say. Okay.
So there can be pre-established consent, such as saying you might have a fetish with your relationship that you let your partner know. Hey, I like being sexually raped in a way, right? That might be your fetish. Yeah, no, like plenty of women like being choked. Plenty of women like.
Okay, hold on. Before we move into other areas of kink.
It's not. We're not moving into nothing. Please let me finish what I'm saying.
Hold
Please let
on,
me finish what I'm saying. Is it not pre-established?
I need you to understand that it's my show.
And
stop thinking that you're doing something that you. Hold on. I'm trying to tell you something.
And that doesn't mean it's correct, bro. That's why you want to tell me something.
But you gotta hear what I'm saying before you tell me. You gotta hear what I'm saying before it's correct or incorrect.
I wish you'll answer what I'm asking.
So once you are adding into that they had a conversation before, that is a different conversation. The conversation is not about a conversation beforehand. So once you add that into it, you're talking about something else. The conversation is the man was asleep and he told the woman she did not have his consent because he was unconscious. Don't add anything else to it. Don't add if they had a conversation 5 years before. Go ahead.
So don't add reality facts. I understand. That's how you have to make it seem like. That's what I'm saying. You're asking a question to avoid what I'm saying from the beginning. Like that's pre-established. Like precedent already. Like he said with the definition itself, it does come from like actions. Also, communication is only 10% verbal. So like literally, it's okay. It'd be wild for us
but
to
is
act
that
like
is that the situation we talking about?
We don't know, and that's the problem.
We
You're
do
having
know.
admitting.
We do know. We keep saying it.
Hold on. We do know. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. We are talking about a very specific case. It's not just a random conversation.
So where did you hear this is the first time from?
Huh?
Like the first time. Where did you hear this is the first time it happened?
I don't understand what the question that you asked. This is a very specific.
Earlier, this is the first time this happened. I watched the video earlier. I've been watching. I understand what's happening, right? I'm asking you, where and anywhere did you hear or see or anybody say this is the first time this happened? What you're saying is because he's suing her and saying she didn't have his consent. Well, obviously he must be, and this must be his first time, but you don't know. which is the thing I'm
And
literally saying.
so do you believe, so what are you saying? You saying that it could have been? You saying
I'm
that
saying
you
I
do
don't
know that they
know.
had this conversation?
I'm saying I don't know.
Okay, then
Why?
so all right, so
See?
don't add in any extra information. This is the only
Okay,
information
so
that
don't
we
say this
got
the first
that
time it
we
ever
get to
happened because you added that
hold
in.
on,
I
please.
added nothing. So
Hold on, you're not understanding. That's the information that we had. I'm not adding nothing, you not adding nothing. Simple and plain. So once we go off those parameters, this is the parameters that we have as far as we know it. That is it. So don't add in anything about they could have had a conversation because we don't know if they had a conversation or not. Is that fair?
I mean, please don't ask the question. How can somebody have consent with being unconscious? Like that was the answer, and now this is what
You mumbling. I didn't hear you.
You asked the question. How can someone give consent without being unconscious? I gave this answer, and you turned this into like the whole. I'm saying, what do you want, Sean?
Okay, fine, good. Let me
Can
welcome.
I ask KT?
This is crazy. Let me welcome into the show, Miss Lovergo, Roxy. We glad you are in front of the congregation because we couldn't believe our ears what you said. This is one of the things Roxy said, and we gotta hold you accountable, young lady. I don't give a damn how cute your damn smile is.
Good day, Sharon. Good day to the panel. Hello.
Good day to you. You said if you drove there or he drove there an hour and y'all both butt booty naked, you don't care what the situation is, neither one of y'all can say no.
Now, Sharon, you know you took that out of context. The same way I would be wrong for taking it out of context by saying, Sharon, you only dealing with women with gingivitis and yuck mouth? What's going on? No, but so again, one, I love the conversation. It definitely was a alley-oop kind of situation because when we all saw the title, when we all were given the topic without any context beforehand, of course, no one knew what the conversation really was. So I did establish in the show as the show progressed, and then hopefully we'll get to it, where I was like, yes, consent matters. When I was saying strictly about the fact that we were already over there, we're already in the bed with each other, I'm going based off we're boyfriend, girlfriend, based off what the prompt was. Also, it was girlfriend. And I'm like, well, we're already in the bed together. We're already established something. Like you even said, and I agreed with you earlier through the show, if you remember, about the communication. I agreed with you about, usually most people are texting each other, I'm going to do such and such to you. All that kind of stuff, right? So it's more of a matter of where I was getting at, like my personal life, my man and I, there are things already established because we're dating, we've been talking, whatever. So if we were to play like that in the middle of the night, if you're asleep, I'm asleep, it's kind of already known what we're going to be doing. So, and again, it's not a matter of you're just going straight in. Usually there's touching, there's kissing. There's usually a moment of time to be like, yeah, I'm into it, or not tonight, or not right now. I'm tired. You kind of get those breaks and moments in real life. But, with this panel etiquette that we usually always have on these shows, everyone's jumping in. Everybody wants to be heard. So things don't really get to be fleshed out the way that they should be. Hi, Nitish.
So my thing, Rogue C, so now what if the person never wakes up? Is that still okay?
Sharon, that's kind of a scarier thought if they're not waking. I need to check your heart at that point. Again, no, because then there are questions on why that person's not waking up. Because I saw, we had the conversation on the show as well about people getting roofied and all that. Yes, that is not consensual. Usually that's why I mentioned the kissing, the touching, and that little moment to be like, hey, you awake, you want to do this, you don't want to do this. Like usually those moments are important for that reason, to see if somebody is really into it. If they're not waking up, again, that's kind of a bigger problem. Honestly, because if someone's touching on you, I don't think you're that deep of in a sleep where you're not going to feel someone touching on you unless something happens.
Clearly, this man was. Go ahead. I'm not sure if Knight is frozen or he wanted to speak. Which one is it?
No, I'm not frozen. I just know how to hold my hands still for a long time.
Nah, go ahead,
drunk, roofied, or sleep. If you're asleep and I put it on your back or put it on your behind, then women is taking them in the court for that because they are saying that they wasn't woke. So I just listened to you very clearly. You saying that you're waking him up with it, right?
Right.
So he's asleep and you're waking him up with it. Now, I have been done like that. I never sent nobody to jail. But yeah, I'm not consenting to nothing. And it's even further than that. I've been unpantsed before also. Just take these off of you because you're not ready to. Listen, if I did that to a lady, thank God that my wife never took me to jail for it. But if I did that to a woman, that would be the same thing. And the women are taking men to court for that exact thing right now. They said in a moment, I kind of felt like it was okay. But at the same time, now that I've been listening to other people, that was a violation.
Yo, can I say something?
Yeah, nite is literally called continued consent. You can literally, your consent can be revoked mid-act. So the fact that we're saying that you can't do that is wild now.
No
We've
one
had
said
that
that,
conversation
though.
here.
But no one said that, though,
Can I say
Shadow.
something?
But here's what I'm going to speak on what you said specifically. Because what you said is because we're in that relationship and we kind of have a thing going on, you're still saying that, hey, there are still signs where I have time to consent to the act.
Yes.
What we're saying is with this guy, he did not consent to that act specifically because he ended up complaining about it. And here's the thing, just because I enjoy something doesn't mean that I'm consenting to it. Hey, just because I'm asleep and it feels good does not mean that I was okay with you doing it. I could enjoy the outcome and still not want it to happen.
So again,
It doesn't mean you wasn't either, though.
All right,
But
hold on,
no
y'all.
one
So,
was saying-
all right, so this is going to be the order. This is going to be the order. Rogue C, we're going to see if Shadow want to respond. Mott wanted to get in there as well. So we got Rogue C, Mott, Kim, and KT to go. All want to comment on this part of the conversation. So Rogue C, Mott, Kim, and KT.
I wanted to get in before. I didn't want to go too far from what Knight said, though.
All right, we'll bring it back. Don't worry about it, Mott.
So to both gentlemen's point, right? No one is technically saying that men cannot say no. No one is saying that it is an issue. Well, again, we know degeneracy is degeneracy. Men, women, everyone can be a degenerate, right? And that's not excusing the behavior. All the argument was, especially from my point of view yesterday, because Roxy wasn't the one saying, yeah, just take it, just take it, just take it. No, I even said near the end of the show, there are sensual ways, there's seduction ways to express that I want it. And if you are going, you're gonna show me the same thing. And that was where I asked the question when it comes down, because previous shows that I did with them, the men were always talking about sexless marriage, men not getting it when they wanted, women, and I've heard this in my real life too, not just on the internet, men complaining about women not initiating. So the question that I was asking was, okay, do we need to have these conversations on the first date? And then to Shadow's point about the continued consent, I understand that, which is why I said in those moments, you rub on them, you touch on them. It goes both ways where a man is kind of seducing you and trying to check your temperature and see where you're going with it. Those are moments respectfully, especially in relationships, where that person should be able to say yes or no. So no one's saying that man, if that man was uncomfortable, if that man really just was like waking up and like, hell no, I don't want to do this, he's not wrong. But it's just a matter of, as a woman, and I always say this online, are men properly communicating to us how things are supposed to go and what they are wanting?
Okay. Ducey MacGyver. Popcorn support. Thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate that so much. Make sure y'all do the same thing. Hand that like and that share button is much appreciated. So get ahead, Mont. You can tie both of them in. I think you could tie both of those in.
Question, Knight. You said you had this done to you before when you were asleep, Knight?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason I asked that is because I listened closely to the way that you're talking and what you're speaking about, and it feels a lot like to me that you're just doing a red pill, right? You're doing I'm actually okay with it. However, the women are telling, so it's like a tit for tat type of thing. That's what I hear in your verbiage of, since the women is telling, I'm no longer okay with it. It got to be fair type of situation. Whereas I hear from Shadow, it's just in general whether both directions. He just think it's wrong, right? So I think Knight, I don't even think you really against it. I think you just trying to like set the women straight.
No. What I'm saying is this, I And I came up saying it. You know, Michael Jackson got that song where he said, I learned that love is not possession. I don't own you. I can't just because you my girl or my wife just go inside. You in a deep sleep, snoring, and I'm just ramming. Row C. This is the best. Oh my God. I can't do that. That's what women is taking men to jail for. So now let's reverse it. I'm in a deep sleep and you gobbling the thing up and jumping all on top of me. I don't know what's going on. I'm asleep. I wake up to, what's this? It's not a wet dream. It's an actual physical person violating me without my consent. That's what I'm saying. No, I don't agree with you violating without my consent. But I'm not finna send my damn wife to jail because I woke up to her giving me head.
So if you could go back, you would let your wife know, like, yo, don't ever do that to me again. That. I never want to experience that again.
That doesn't change what I just said, Mont, no matter how you want to change it. Wait, Mont. How does that change what I just said?
Hold on, and not only that, it's a two-part question. How does it change what Knight said? And also, if that woman was to become pregnant, what we gonna say to that situation as well? So it's a two-part question. Go ahead, Mont.
No, that's fair. You said, does that change what Knight said? I think it changes his credibility here. It changes his motivations. It changes his incentive for this conversation. If he's saying that, like, that happened to me before, however, I wouldn't go back and change nothing. I would keep my relationship the same way.
That's not what I said.
That's why I asked you and you refused to answer it, which to me is an answer.
I did answer it.
Okay, so we're gonna redo it. So this way we don't have to argue. Re-answer it, Knight, so it can be clear. Go ahead.
Let me re-ask it again, so he got it.
Okay.
So if you could go back in time, you would express to your woman, yo, please don't ever do that again.
Yeah, Knight.
So you changed the conversation.
I love it.
Again, you changed the conversation. I said what I said. Now you reintroduced it in a different way.
Yeah.
My wife, I met when I was 14 and she was 12. We got married when I was 24 and she was 22. So I had been around her for at least 10 years. I am not finna send that woman to jail. That has nothing to do with what you're talking about. You changed the conversations, which is resubstantiating the conversation. So keep it the same way. I did answer the question, Goofy. Stop talking when I'm talking.
Oh, now you need etiquette when you talking. It's crazy.
Knight, respectfully, I consider no answer to be an answer.
Speak afterwards, person.
I answered it. Listen, brother.
Hold on. So this way everybody can get back into it. What he did answer, he said that he wouldn't change anything because he would not send if that was to happen to him, he's not sending his wife to jail.
Yeah, so you know why that wasn't an answer? Because I never asked him, would you send her to jail? I asked him, would you communicate something to her?
That's a fact.
And that's the thing. He had to
Perfect.
take it somewhere else in his mind.
That's a good clarification. Knight, would you now, without the jail part, would you communicate something different?
Yes. When I'm asleep, let me sleep. Yes.
Okay.
When I'm asleep, let me sleep. Yes.
Nah, that ain't what I asked.
All right, so now we got to the answer, Mike. He said yes, he would change the way how he communicated. That
wasn't my question. My question was, would you go back and have that conversation with her and tell her, like, listen, I know you did that last night, but do not ever do that to me again. That was wrong.
Okay,
I felt violated.
Do not ever, when I'm asleep and I'm not consenting, do anything to me. Kiss me, hug me, fix the blankets on me, do shit to me while I'm asleep, because I'm fucking sleep.
Now she can't even fix the blankets. This nigga, you not serious.
I'm perfectly. Listen, how can no mind.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, because I want everybody to get it. So we're gonna assume that he's telling the truth. There's no reason for him to lie to us.
But no, Sharon, listen to the question. You're asleep. You have no idea what's going on. Somebody's doing something to you while you sleep. Did you have a conversation about when you sleep? Let me say it again clearly. When I'm asleep, leave me the F alone. And when she's asleep, leave her the F alone. Is that not a violation if I say, damn, Rogue C is here on the side of me and I know she's asleep, but damn, look at what's going on. That's a violation.
Okay. All right, that's
Hey, Bruce.
that's pretty fair. So let me Eugene Still with the 5 eyes. I think the best sexual experience is when both parties feel like engaging in it. If one doesn't feel like it, problems will arise. Absolutely, I agree. The person asleep, they gotta. It's definitely a strange gray area because I think majority of men will allow they women to do whatever to them. Because a majority of men that's on these panels don't give a damn what they women are doing, whether they sleep or not. So I think that's the issue. But when we're just talking about when a man do have a problem with it, he doesn't want to be touched when he is asleep. There goes the issue. Her ass could go to jail. And that is the truth of the matter. This don't have nothing to do with spontaneity because guess what? Me and my wife is walking down the street. It's dark enough. I say, hey, babe, I gotta still say, hey, I gotta try to initiate something where she understand that we trying to get freaky outside. I cannot just
But
pull her
like you
pin
said, you
down,
initiate
bend her
it.
ass over, and say it's dark and we're gonna get it in. No, it gotta be some kind of verbal, some kind of suggestion that we about to do the damn thing.
Nah,
Which
that's how
so there
y'all
is
eat on y'all
communication.
relationship.
So can I get in real quick?
Yes, go ahead, Roxy. I got you.
So everything that you all are saying is that there is some type of, because I heard someone say it earlier, and if you know communication styles, it is true. Verbal communication is actually not the main communication style. It is usually body language. So the same way, if your man, because we know men are guilty of doing this, and I'm using guilty just for the semantics of it all. If you got a little, if you're a little standing up, if your soldier is saluting, you're gonna turn over, put it on her back, put it on her butt, and you're gonna see how she initiates. That's you initiating. You're gonna see how she, responds. Either she's gonna push that thing up against you, or she's gonna be like, nah, pull the sheets over and be like, nah, not tonight. So I need men to understand that the reason why consent is a bigger deal with women is because there's more of a liability with sex for women. We're not just talking about pregnancy. We are talking about the fact that men, you guys can overpower us, point blank, period. So there is a reason why the consent thing falls more on the woman than the man, because usually women are not getting rejected the same way men are. Women, if we push it up against you, you're not saying, girl, what you doing? Get off of me. That's not really a reality for a lot of women. But in the case, if that is a situation, non-degenerate women are going to be like, all right, my bad. I'm going to go ahead and take my little happy hips over here. So I need men to understand. But in the opposite, a lot of men will become more aggressive when a woman tells them no. So that is why the consent thing kind of falls more into our favor than it does for you all, because you guys are usually more consenting anyways. Respectfully. And that can be controversial.
Okay, and that's a good understanding. But the issue comes is when y'all said that if it's hard, then oh well, that's consent.
I didn't say that. I said that there are ways to
A
show.
woman on the panel said,
Yes.
if it's up, I'm knocking it down no matter what. He sleep or not, she don't care. That's a problem.
But you also have to see the
Sharon,
argument
I'm reacting
for
to
men
you.
saying yes. There were men
One at a time,
cheerleading
y'all.
and rooting for
All right,
her.
so we got Lover Girl Night, and I believe it's KT. I keep hearing. Lover
sorry.
Girl
No, that's
Night.
me. That's me, Bracy.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I was just saying.
Lover Girl Night.
KT. Jesus.
Oh my God.
And truth.
Y'all cannot have this much Tourette's. Y'all cannot. It's not possible. It's not possible. Lover Girl Night. KT. Amago Day. Shadow.
I'll just make this quick. I was just responding to you, Sharon, because in that same chat on that same show, there were men in multiple chats, and even today there was a couple of men in your chat that were cheerleading, saying, "Yeah, girl, that's your job. Knock it down. That's what you're supposed to do." So, can you at least see the confusion or the mixed messages that women would be getting?
No.
Even though you have men cheerleading, saying that's what they want us to do.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, if a man says no, you have every right to say no, and I can't push you any other way.
Because now, so Lover Girl, before I pass it tonight, a lot of men say, feed me, F me, and shut the F up. Are you willing to do that?
If it's established in our relationship, yeah.
No, this is not about a relationship, right? Men in the chat would say that. They ain't got no relationship with you or other women. They would say, they would say in general, women need to feed me, F me, and shut the F up is what they communicate.
Right.
Do you agree with that statement?
No, but that's also because I believe not every man is deserving of that.
Man is. That's why we don't care about whatever man is saying, whatever they saying in the chat, because there's always going to be some degenerate man saying some nonsense, right? We got to go with logic. If it's good, if it's not okay for a man to take it from a woman, it is not okay from a woman to take it from a man.
And I agree.
It gotta be a principle. It cannot be a some. It cannot be. It depends on what team we playing for.
I agree.
Okay, go ahead. We got Night, KT, Imago Day, Shadow.
And I just want the goalposts to stop being moved. The conversation was about a man that's asleep. Why do we keep talking about in his sleep he can consent?
Well,
Sharon,
because man like
how do you
Michael
concede?
he said he would be fine with it. He said he would be fine with it.
Just let him
his own
finish.
mouth.
Just let him finish. Let him finish, please.
How can he say take this dick in his sleep? Is I'm what I want to understand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can move. Go to the next person. Yeah.
Can I answer? As a woman, can I answer? Because I'm assuming these men don't sleep with men.
So we got it's KT, Imago Day, Shadow, and
Mont.
And Mont, Kim West, Roxy, I believe. So KT, Imago Day, Shadow, Mont, Kim, Roxy.
Okay, so the main thing here that's really weird is we're not asking for men to be treated as women and women to be treated as men. That's not reality. Women are different. And she said, like, we are more prone to accept it if she throw it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why dudes out here hitting mud ducks and stuff. So it's weird they're not at, like, again, pre-established, because, again, even with y'all talking about, if you saying these men are saying you need to feed me, fuck me, shut up, da-da-da-da, well, that's what you're looking for in any girl you messing with. So if you're not with that, you'll leave. That's like anybody. That's what I'm saying. This just seems weird because, like, people typically are not going to be in relationships, even mess with people who are not aligning with the things they want. They may not have the full package, therefore they don't align with them in the long term, right? Like, let's say get married. But there's plenty of people who continue to mess with people because, like, been long term just messing with a certain person through various relationships because they know this, you know, they got this certain type of relationship. It's just weird that, like, this ain't a doable thing, man. People, again, if my lady right now start eating me up while I'm asleep type joint, you know what I'm saying? She eating me. Cause I'm not about to sit there and wake up and be like, what are you doing? Because it's already established that can happen. And if it did happen the first time, that's what I'm saying. Typically, nobody's going to take somebody to court. Even, hey, I looked it up while y'all were talking this stuff, though. You know, 51% of women, they literally admit and report that they had a partner, like, put it in them while they sleep. The number and percentage of women who take they men in any type of relationship for under that basis, he put this in me while I was asleep, is so small they don't even got a number recorded for it. So y'all not really talking factual stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't apply to the full context. I lay my point.
All right, go ahead, Mago Day.
Yeah, Bracy, help me to understand that.
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
It says, kick true, not today. So it's to break it back. Take on his neck. Roxy, hey, and sometimes be like that. It's Mont, Kim, no, it's Shadow, Mont, then Kim West, then Roxy.
So here's what my issue is with the conversation. Like, I'm agree with what KT just said, because he's like, well, we've established this thing, but we're also going to pretend that people don't try new things or try to evolve during relationships, which is unrealistic as well. I understand what he's coming from. It doesn't make sense.
Is he breaking up on y'all side or just my side?
You're not saying that.
Okay, now.
Yeah, you breaking up, Shadow.
bit.
You'll have to wait to get a little bit better connection.
I hear him. He just not saying nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to come. You have to come back when you stationary, Shadow.
No,
or drop and come back up.
I can hear.
You can hear us?
It's a bunch of different noises going on. I don't know what that is.
He's not
Yeah,
even
I don't.
talking. We just hear
Yeah, I
his
don't think he can. I don't think he can hear us. Go ahead, Mott, Kim West, Roxy.
This is my question. If y'all had this situation happen to y'all, would y'all be just thinking that it's something as small as like communication of, hey, like, I don't like that? Or do y'all literally think that it should go to like a court situation, like suing somebody? Like, what do y'all think about that from y'all perspective?
Who want to answer?
I think it's a horrible
I mean, if you
question.
feel violated, of course I don't think you want to take your spouse to court, but if that could be a deal breaker for somebody, you could be married to someone and they could violate you, and you could say that's a complete betrayal, and now I gotta take you to court, and this relationship is over. That's possible. I mean,
Okay,
and
so
I'm
Kim
pretty
West
sure
said
that's
it
happening.
depends if she feels. She
Sharon, let
said
me ask.
it depends if the person feels violated. Go ahead, Knight. Then
Wait.
Roxy.
Let me ask this because she asked that question. Do you think more men would take women to court because of the situation, or more women would take men to court because of the situation?
I think
Kimmy.
more women
I'm talking to
would take men
Kimmy.
to court, if you're asking me.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
It is.
But the number so
No,
small,
hey,
it's
no, no,
not
no,
even
no,
a,
no,
it's
no.
not even a
Night trying to take
quantifiable
over my
number.
question. Night trying to take over my question. Can y'all answer my question and ignore Night question?
No, we can't listen to you because you sit sideways on panels and talk in a radio voice.
You can answer. Now you answer my question at first. You go first.
I don't even remember what your question is. I'm drinking.
Yeah, because you ain't give a fuck about my question.
Exactly. Shout out to the monster.
So, because I'm back.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and strike a few nails while they're hot. Number one, what Knight is saying is actually accurate. It's the same reason a lot of men won't report SA, even though it happens. So we can't just say, oh, just because they don't report it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. There's people on this panel who know better than to have that conversation. So we're going to skip past that now. Number two, again, since you cannot give consent while asleep, even if you're trying something new, again, you would need to give consent to that new action because consent is an active word. I'm giving you permission to do this. If you are doing something outside of what I gave you permission to do, you are no longer doing what I consented to. Therefore, it is unconsensual. I don't know why we're pretending this conversation isn't as.
When you keep saying like I gave you permission, you're again going into a fantasy realm where every consent is a verbal. Yes, you can do this. Yes, I want this, and that's just not reality.
So
No,
every
no. What you're
consent is
saying is
not.
just not. No, Kim. No, what you're saying is just not true. So
Someone needs to mute up.
we understand that there's
There's a lot
other
of wind.
versions. Yeah, that was Kim. She just muted. It's a lot of versions of consent, right? I kiss you, you kiss me back. I touch you, you touch me back. We understand that it could be a non-verbal type of situation. However, when you're asleep, you cannot verbally do it and you cannot physically consent. It ain't no implied. You cannot imply nothing when you're asleep. Just because your peeing get hard does not mean you are consenting. Because guess what? If you're in a dead sleep, if you touch a man properly, he's going to react. Because the body is just a thing
And I'm
that
not
reacts
saying it
to things.
is. I'm saying it's people like Mott, men and women. It's people like Mott that say I'm cool with it. Before I don't.
But mine has a man bun.
So can I hop in real quick,
He
Kim?
jealous. He jealous. He ain't got no hair no more.
Because I kind of want to add to a point that you and Matt were saying, if that's cool.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be a controversial take, and it's not something I haven't said before, especially when it comes down to relationships, when it comes down to marriage. When we start treating things like a business, you have to sign a license to get married. Marriage is technically a contract. It is a covenant. Sorry. So with that being said, to avoid situations like this, be it man or be it woman, when you are doing your premarital counseling, or if you are doing all the things at the courthouse, why not have a contract already signed up? So if Nitish is saying my preference is don't touch me while I'm asleep, sexually, If you want to adjust a blanket, if you're doing anything, don't touch me. So it's up to me, if I'm marrying Nitish, to look at that contract, read it through thoroughly, and be like, okay, and I'll sign it off. So if people want to avoid these situations, and I asked that last night, do we need to start having contracts and NDAs? And again, if we already have to sign all this stuff for a marriage in the first place, why not? And I get it, because I saw someone in your chat, when you read the super chat, talking about where's the love. Y'all aren't focused on that anymore. Because if you are feeling violated by your wife and your woman, there was no love there to begin with. And vice versa.
I like that.
Because if you feel like you
like
can
that.
violate your wife, your husband, there's no love there in the first place. If you feel like you can, or you feel like they can.
Go ahead, Knight.
Especially, oh, go ahead.
Listen,
Okay,
respect.
So we got Knight then Mott.
Respect.
Can I go after
People's. Who is that? KT. No, I can wait.
Yeah, so
I'm patient. I don't
we
have
got
no problem.
Knight, Mott, then KT.
So that's my thing, like, right? I like what Rogue just said, because in a relation and in marriage, right? If you love that person, right? If I'm let's say I'm trying to make love to you in the middle of the night, I'm doing that out of love, right? And so let's say you didn't like it. Let's say you we talk about it and you express to me, oh, I'm not really comfortable with that. Okay, I understand that, and that's something that I won't do again. But the idea that, like, we're almost demonizing our partners in this instant, when the intention was love, right? The intention wasn't like something malicious, like with a man you don't know or a woman you don't know. I think that should be into this equation.
No, for sure.
So, Mont, what you should.
Let me say this real quick. Now,
Go ahead.
the main thing I just want y'all not to do is, again, leave out this number. The number so small is not quantifiable.
That's not the argument. It doesn't matter if it's only one person. It doesn't matter.
No, listen. So now it
doesn't matter.
It would be
If somebody,
incorrect.
hold on, we're not going to argue about the numbers. The conversation is never about how many people is it being done to. It happened to somebody, and so that's why we're having a conversation. So bringing up how small it happens or how much it happens is irrelevant to the conversation, because it happened to one person. That one person had an issue with his girl taking it while he sleep, and that's why we're having a conversation about can men consent. I don't bring in no goddamn numbers about it's so irrelevant that you don't want to have the conversation. If you don't want to have the conversation, it is a button for you to hit if you don't want to have the conversation. But don't tell us that we ain't supposed to have the conversation because you believe the numbers are so small.
Whoever said that?
All right, so don't bring it up.
I'm saying let's put that into the conversation, because it's actual. So don't bring up
no numbers and saying that we shouldn't be talking about it.
And act like we can't bring up stats now because it's not in favor of what you're talking about. Come on now, bro. That's childish.
Did you understand what I just said?
It's not a statistical situation. It's a violation situation.
Let me say this, because I love when people say stuff like that. Me and Sharon come from an alumni, which is about substantiate your conversation. And mostly every single thing we talk about on here is about a minority of people. It's a minority of people that's rich. It's a minority of people that look good. It's a minority of people that's over 6 feet tall. It's a minority of people that make over $100,000. If you're gonna say that, then we need to stop talking. YouTube is over with.
Nobody said you have to stop talking. We saying if
no. What you just no, sir. 1 second, sir. No, sir. You just what you just said.
I never said shit. I can't say nothing. Y'all just talk.
I know for a fact I was quiet while you talking. I'm gonna be quiet again so you can say some more dumb shit. Go ahead, sir. You got it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Knight, you settle down, all right?
Never. KT, it's your opportunity to speak, sir.
Go ahead, KT.
Yeah, no, all I said was we shouldn't act like we're not talking. If you're saying that we're not talking, like the conversation may be the minority, but we're speaking to the majority. We still need to address it in a way that they'll understand. And even how you guys are saying whether or not we should do this, well, we still do have to add the context of what most normal people do. That's all I'm saying. It's not like if y'all saying, okay, because y'all feel this way, this is why we should do that. That's more than understandable. I'm talking about an actual reality. How do we make this applicable, right? Like most people in reality, this happens. They're not going to sit there and act like this is a violation because, again, typically people in relationships, any type of dealing with some specific person,
Pause
you
right
have
there.
some established bounds.
Okay, so
You saying
KT,
that most men do not wake up in the middle of the night when his wife is trying to do something.
no, Sharon, a better
I
argument.
want to understand this premise. Are you saying that most men are not waking up when his wife touches his peen in the middle of the night?
I never said that. I don't know.
You never said that, right? So most of the time, the men are waking up and they are giving consent, correct?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are having a conversation about a man that could not give consent. So make sure you understand the conversation that we are having.
He woke up and even acknowledged he didn't give consent, right? So are you now acting like he never woke up or something, right?
Tell you why, that's a horrible.
Hold on, please. I need to understand: are you stupid or are you dumb? Which one?
Neither or. That's why you have to make that homonym.
So the woman was having sex with him without his consent. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the only way he had to tell her stop is he eventually woke up. We agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So therefore, we're not talking about a man that his wife grabbed him and then he's like, oh, babe, well, okay, this is what it was none of that. It was no kissing back and forth. It was no, she touched him, he touched her. It was none of that. She was doing what she do. She was doing what she was doing. It got up. She did whatever she did. And then he was like, what the F are you doing? Get off of me. That is what the conversation is about.
But Sharon, you are acknowledging the implied consent in the sense of the kissing and the touching and the petting, because let's remember what Nite said. He said, don't kiss me, don't touch me, don't move my blanket.
I'm asleep. I'm not saying nothing.
Exactly.
Hold on.
And that still requires consent.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got it. Hold on.
Exactly.
I got it. Kim West, when you was kissing and touching him, when did he give you consent? When did he say he like it? In what way did he say he likes it? And he was always asleep.
I would assume previously when we were awoken, he liked when I kissed him then. He likes when I kiss him in general.
Okay, hold on. I need you to answer the question that I'm asking you. He's asleep, you kissing him and you touching on him.
But
he
I
never
like
wakes
this
up.
about
He
Kim.
never kiss you back. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't moan. He doesn't groan. He does nothing. When did he imply any kind of physical or verbal consent? When?
He didn't, but that's what I think you're missing. If you're kissing your woman and she's asleep, are you violating her then? When you're trying to poke her in the back, when you're trying to see if she wants the sex, is that a violation? Because she's asleep.
No,
she didn't get consent to the kids.
Okay, I'm gonna answer no because you woke her up. So you gave her opportunity to say, hey, what are you doing? I don't want to be kissed with your stink ass breath. So you're waking her up so she can give you consent.
Hold on. To be fair, you're even not having consent before that.
Kim wasn't. My bad. Kim wasn't finished. My fault, Shadow. Go ahead, Kim. Finish up. You got three people that want to address what you're saying, Kim. Go ahead. So we got Kim, Shadow, Lover Girl, Nite. Go ahead,
While
Kim.
she was still asleep, you were kissing her. So she didn't consent to that kiss, that contact. Right? She got an opportunity to wake up and confirm or deny that she's agreeing with it. But before she even could do that, you went ahead and did with the kiss and the whatever while she was asleep. So could you use that same concept to say, well, while she's asleep, she didn't consent to the kiss, she didn't consent to the foreplay, so it's a violation.
A violation of what? What are you saying is a violation? I'm confused.
Yes, it is.
Are you saying the kiss is violation, or did he penetrate her and say, hey, I didn't? When I was, or did he say, hey, when I was kissing and rubbing on you, I was rubbing on your bell, and I was kissing on you, even though you didn't move or wake up, your vagina got moist, and so I stuck it in. Are you gonna say that's okay?
No, but I'm saying none of it
All right, then, so
should be
why
okay.
would it be okay if you are kissing on a man and you groping a man and the sting it up? He never gave no consent. He never moaned. He never woke up, and now you think that is okay.
Cause we not women. Like it's so many. Just like
You should be muted, KT.
swell
Shut the fuck
reality
up.
out of this. Y'all
I'm
shut your
asking.
old bitch ass up, bro. You are
Okay,
50
all
years
right.
old.
So
Ain't had pussy
I
in a
don't know why you
decade.
think
He's
you have
asking a
authority.
woman. Why are you
I don't know
taking a
why you
woman's
think you have
role?
authority over me having a conversation with this young lady. Go ahead, Kim. You can answer. Then it's Shadow, Lover Girl Night, and then clearly KT want to just jump the boat. Go ahead, Kim. Can you answer the question?
If you're asleep and he's executing foreplay and then he feels you get moist
He
and then
doesn't do any
enters
foreplay.
you, you're
Stop
asleep.
adding things into my question, please.
Oh,
Don't add anything.
Well, he just is he feeling on you and he enters you, you're asleep. In the line of question you're asking me, no, there's no consent that could be considered a violation.
Okay. So I don't know
That's
what's
totally
the
a
issue.
violation. I don't know what about consider.
Unless it was some kind of okay, so we all in the same understand. Go ahead, Shadow, Lover Girl Night, and then KT, and I'll bring somebody else into the conversation.
Okay, so I'm calm right now. I'm gonna keep this super clear. Any act that can be deemed against someone's will is by definition without consent. If you are asleep, you cannot give consent. That also includes petting, kissing, the signaling, unless y'all pre-established, hey, if you're asleep and I knock at the door, is that okay? And she says, yes, that's fine. That's continual consent. Consent is a very specific thing, and I don't know why we're acting like it's not. If a man is asleep, men can go up and down in their sleep at all times of night. Just because you see it hard does not mean that he's giving consent for you to do whatever you want to. Just because she's moist doesn't mean you have permission. Literally, the only permission is that permission, period. I don't know why this seems overly complicated.
Perfect. That's
I'm
a
not
perfect
sure.
place to land it. Land it right there. That's good. That was really good. That was right straight to the point. Really good. We got Rogue C, Knight, KT, and then we bring somebody in.
So when I come up with a solution that takes a lot of the complication out of it, I'm getting deemed outlandish. Everything, especially since people are talking about taking it to court, mediation, whatever, put it in writing, sign it. If you don't want to do an actual formal contract, because everyone keeps saying the same thing, it's about the verbal communication. So if I'm verbally telling my man, we can play like this, and he's agreeing to it, that is still a contract. I don't know if it's the wording that people aren't liking, but at the end of the day, we have to take it out of the feelings aspect of it, because obviously love has confused a lot of people. Love has led a lot of people on. Love has led a lot of people down a slippery slope. So at the end of the day, if you guys don't like the idea of treating your relationships like a business so that these things can be avoidable, I don't know what we're doing, because now I'm just hearing a lot of what aboutisms and what if. So if that's the case, have it where you are both in agreement. If Nida says, Rogue, don't be touching me in my sleep, then I already know I'm violating the contract and there's no question about it. What's the confusion here?
Okay.
I don't know
Go
if you
ahead.
mean a legal contract. I don't think a sex contract is legal.
Hold on, Kim.
Any of it,
I
all the
think-
above.
Hold on, Kim. Kim, hold on. Also, let me shout out to the Cash App. Do men really express their boundaries? Great question.
Yes,
Clearly,
absolutely.
a lot of men do not
Right,
have
yes, they
any,
do.
which is
They don't
kind
have
of
standards or
crazy to
boundaries.
me. But Night was next. Go ahead, Night.
I started the conversation off with a Michael Jackson song. And that Michael Jackson song lyric says, so I've learned that love is not possession. I don't own you. And when I hear people saying that when you, and then the other thing, I don't even want to get to that. KT, 80% of dudes are never getting no vagina. They're not going to have no kids and nothing else. The majority of dudes are never going to have access. So the minority, again, of guys who have access to women, listen, brother, I have to have an NDA in order for you to not violate me while I'm asleep. She has to have an NDA for me in order for me not to violate her while she's asleep. That's where we at 20. Y'all got it.
No, it's just people have different ideas of what violation is. They have different ideas.
Kim. Okay, we get that. Everybody got their own standards. Welcome into the show.
Oh dang.
Welcome to the show, the Supreme Vaginal Vessel. Good day to you. How you feeling?
Good. How y'all doing?
Hi, Diva.
We're doing well. We're trying to
Hey,
get through
Rosie.
this men can't say no craziness. What's your thoughts, Diva?
I don't. And so I came in on the part about somebody being asleep, and that's just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird conversation to have. Just to me, for the simple fact of if we know what sleep does for people, the idea that you would even attempt to interrupt somebody's sleep so you can fulfill your sexual desires is weird to me. And I couldn't imagine a man waking me up out of my sleep for some foolishness, or me being a woman trying to wake a man up out of his sleep to get. That's just I don't know. It just seems very bizarre to me. Like people actually do this because don't fuck with me when I'm asleep.
But that is a
Hey,
reality
look.
for some people.
Okay, and I'm saying
Hey,
for some people, a lot of people out here living, engaging in stuff
hey.
that I don't even understand.
No, and I get
Because
that. What
why are
I'm saying
you
is,
waking
if
people up out of their sleep for sex?
it's not just a matter of that. A lot of times, especially with marriages, with people with kids, right? There are times where you don't get a moment because the kids are awake. You're out and about. You're working. You're doing all this. So there are times where people who will wake up in the middle of the night and try to see what their partner's on. Again, the
Sleep
issue
is what the
isn't.
partner is on. Right.
I
And
get
so
what
to
you're saying.
wake somebody up out of their sleep, we don't even know what part of sleep they in. But let's just wake them up because I'm ready to go.
But
Right.
some people respond to it,
Again,
Diva. That's what
it's
I'm saying.
weird to me. And I'm just saying it's weird to me. Right?
And
You
I get
asked me
you.
what I thought. Right. So why are you interrupting while I'm talking about what I think?
Oh no, I wasn't. I wasn't
You
interrupting
are
you. I was just.
interrupting though. See, but we know that because you're speaking right now, right?
No, you paused, and I was just
Yeah. No, no,
adding
no. You
to
are
it.
right. You're interrupting me, Rogue. See, that's what you're doing. Because you
So I
want to
apologize
explain
for
to
that.
me why it makes sense to you. But I didn't
No,
ask why it makes sense to anybody else. I'm just simply sitting up here saying, to me, it's an odd conversation to be having
I was just
for
giving out other
3 hours.
reality.
Okay, but you're still speaking, Roxy. But go ahead, Sharon. Go ahead and drop her down so she can learn how to be quiet a little bit, and I'll send you some money.
Uh,
I mean, it's really just simple. If I say don't interrupt me, just be quiet while I speak. I wasn't interrupting you.
Here we go.
Hold on, Cajun Dollfire. Stay out. Mind your business.
Okay, because you about to get dropped too.
You can shut it up, me.
Okay, go ahead. Him too. I got you, Sharon. I already told you. I just got the 6-figure signing bonus and the $40,000 raise. So anybody who want to play with
Congratulations.
me, let's fucking go.
All right, so
First of
Rosie,
all, Miss,
why you have time, go ahead, Rosie. What
you
you
can
gotta
kill that
say?
noise, all right?
Congratulations.
Just like the
I'm
taste
happy.
out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
Damn.
Hey, do the best.
Go ahead, Cajun Dollfire.
Just.
Just like the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
Damn.
Who else want to fuck with
Anybody else want
Hollywood
to eat their
Cole?
food and taste it?
Who else want to fuck with Hollywood Cole? Who else wants some Hollywood Cole? Shadow don't understand that reference. We know you don't, honey.
So the conversation, Diva, is that the man, he was woken up out his sleep with his girl on top of him, and he felt a certain way, and he told the girl to get off of him apparently. So do you actually have a problem with that man saying that he didn't give that young lady, his girlfriend, consent? Diva, do
The
you have an
girlfriend
issue with
what?
that man saying he didn't give her consent?
Wait, what now? Repeat it. He was sleeping. What
So
happened?
the man was sleeping. The young lady, she wound up taking it while he was asleep. He woke up in the middle of her doing her damn thing, and he told her to get off him because he did not give her consent. Do you have an issue with him saying that he didn't give her consent.
No, not at all. I mean, it's absolutely true.
Not only that, people was calling us men gay because we are saying that, hey, I don't want to. They said we gay because who they said what man in his right mind will be upset that his girl is giving him gingivitis in the morning before she brush her teeth.
You know, Sharon, I don't think it's gay, but I do think it's soft though.
It's suspect as hell.
I think it makes
That
it
is
soft.
crazy work.
Hey, Bracy.
Do y'all realize what
Yeah,
y'all
I didn't
saying?
agree with that statement. That was ridiculous.
Hey,
I didn't
Bracy.
I didn't agree with that.
Okay, so get Mago Day.
Yeah, Diva she's being consistent because she's saying, don't even kiss me, don't wake me up at all. So you have no choice but to respect that. But when we try to make concessions and say, oh, this is consent, but that ain't consent, then that's where it's convoluted. It's either I'm asleep, so I can't consent, so you can't touch me, can't kiss me, can't do nothing. That's what she said. So that's consistent. I agree with that. Now, once you start saying, oh, you can kiss me, you can rub my butt, you can touch me. If you erect it, you can put that thing on me. And then once I wake up and notice that, then that's giving consent. No, that's not giving consent at all either. Because they're not conscious right now. They're not aware of what you are about to do. So basically what y'all saying is the pre is the example.
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see you try.
Dang. They keep getting Buddy out of here, Jesus.
Nobody gonna taste anything.
Yeah, would that not be a form of coercion? Wouldn't that be a form of coercion?
Hold on. It says, Kick Truth. He doesn't listen. God damn it. That's what it says.
Y'all know I'd prefer to be asleep instead of you waking me up. If that can look, check it out.
Hold
on. Let me explain it though. You know why? Because like Diva said, sleep is good for you. Like if I can stay asleep and you don't have to wake me up when that process, baby, do what you want to do.
Oh hell no!
I get my sleep. You get what you gotta get. Perfect.
All right, so we're gonna stop. Yeah. We're gonna need to look. I'm debating on. Oh shit. Okay.
That was
so months out of his mind. So consent happens before any act. You have to have consent to engage in any act. Me and my wife have an agreement that we're cuddling at night. Anything beyond that is not agreed to. Because I sleep 7 hours, I need those sleep. Period. We're not doing nothing. One the first thing in the morning, fine. One at night before bed, fine. I'm able to consent to that. Until I give consent, don't fucking touch me. Period.
Shadow, is that because you don't want her to interrupt your sleep?
Period. No, period.
Is that because you don't want your sleep interrupted? Because you gotta.
The reason doesn't matter. I said specifically if I'm asleep, no.
I understand that, but I'm asking you. At that, is that because you don't want your sleep interrupted though?
No, that's actually not why. The reason, well, long story short, because of prior relationships, I had a situation happen that I wasn't okay with in that sense. And my wife understands that I'm not okay with that situation. That's how I'm gonna keep it as simple as that.
Okay, so like trauma.
I'll keep it as simple as that, sure.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think it's just dangerous when we say treat men the same as women, and then we also have complaints about why men being so not man-like, because like any man, like you know what you want, you know what you doing. Even how y'all talking about these concessions, like I don't know what y'all do. I've always kept it real with any female I've messed with. Even if I had a lady and I was cheating on her, like yo, look, I got a lady, but I gotta have you type joint. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? What time we on? Like, if y'all can't do that, then that's just not being a man, if we being honest. But talking about stuff like this, what we really saying, again, like, even if my lady did do something new in the bedroom, my immediate reaction is not to go so drastic as to be like, oh my God, I've been violated. Like,
so if she decides to put one in the scooper, you're gonna be like, oh no, wait a minute, I wasn't okay with that. This was just a moment. Like
No, I'm
again,
definitely not okay with that. And you getting the fuck out. It ain't nothing soon gonna do. You feel me?
no,
What the
hold
hell?
on, but I hear what you're saying, but you're saying
And
just
no, the
because it's
fact that
something
no,
new.
and that's what I'm saying. The fact that you even have a woman who would try somebody like that never happened with me because that's already a pre-established thing. That's nothing to ever be played with.
KT, you're missing the
Forget the
point of what I'm
police. I might
saying, bro.
punch you if I wake up in my sleep and you done stuck something in my. Nah, hell nah. I'm probably gonna punch your ass. That's
KT,
just
you're
keeping it a
still
buck.
missing the point, bro. But my point is, at a certain point, just because I enjoy something doesn't mean I want it done to me without my permission.
No, that's
That's the.
weird though. That's what I'm saying. Are
How
you
is
a
that
man or not?
weird,
Have you already established that with the women you're messing with or not?
bro? Just because I like fighting doesn't mean people have the
No,
right for me to
listen.
punch them in the mouth. That
Nobody
doesn't
talking
make
about
any fucking
nobody talking about
sense.
nobody you like fighting. We talking about the person you having some type of relationship with, whether you just fucking them, whether you living with them, whatever. You ain't establishing your boundaries and shit with the relationship that you
Yeah,
in.
nigga, don't touch me in my sleep.
Okay, so that's what I'm
Period.
saying.
But
So
hold up.
listen,
But
this
get
is what I'm
this.
saying.
But hold up. But here's what
If
you're
we're
saying. Hold up. Let me correct because I want to make sure I'm saying what you're saying. You heard me clearly when I said, don't touch me in my fucking sleep, right? Pretty clear, right?
Mm.
So if, and I'm not even gonna say if, so when someone actually did do that, and it was something that I did not establish because I'm a man, am I supposed to be okay with it?
No, but you're not supposed to sit
Okay,
there and
then
say
that's
I'm
my fucking
violated
conversation,
because it's
bro.
a difference
Yo,
between saying if you're okay with
KT,
That is
something and
what a
violated about something. Is it not?
yo, KT,
that is
check it
what a
out. This is the
violation is.
KT is cool because this is the problem. These guys are subpar lovers, and that's okay, right? We love KT. Me and you,
And
we
Mont, you don't
love
want to
on a
have this
different.
conversation.
Look.
Mont,
Hey,
I
KT,
look,
promise you
man.
don't want to have this
Look.
conversation.
KT, me and you
Mont,
love on a different
Mont,
level, so it's not
no.
For
about
sure.
us. We want to
For
please
So,
sure.
our
Nah.
partners. We ain't
so
worried
let
about
me,
us like they is.
he's just making shit up now. All right, Mont. So let me explain something to you because we got mostly men right here. So, and I'm going to keep it a buck. After a certain point as a man, you don't need to get hard to be able to get anything done. If you're not hard and they still do it, you're still being fucking violated. Forget everything else you're saying. Because I'm asleep and because I'm still wealthy and you decide to do it, you fucking violated me. That's the simplest part of that conversation. It's not a mixed message. It's not a half-ass statement. It's not oh, well, you know what, I enjoyed it, so it's okay. It's I did not agree to it, so you violated it. Period.
That's because we're dealing with subpar lovers here. You know, if you
So you
if
can't. So
you
you can't. So you believe anybody who's willing to give up consent is a subpar lover, despite the fact that because of that communication, it actually shows that you give concern for that person's well-being.
no,
Because in
my
your,
thing
No.
is,
based on what you're
I'm
saying, you're saying it's okay for you to do the same thing. Because
no my thing.
again,
No, my
let's hear the
thing
double
is,
standard, sir.
Yeah,
I'm
let me
so
answer. Let me
concerned.
answer.
I'm so concerned, and I'm so tapped in with my partner, right? That I want to please her. I want her to use me. I do. I want you to be happy. I want you to be fulfilled in every way. The least I could do is let you use my dick, right? Like it's while I'm asleep, right? I want to please you in every way. Besides nothing gay or nothing like that. Outside of that, I want to please you in every way.
Yeah, keep playing.
Like, and that's the
So let
least
me
I can
let,
do.
let me make sure I got this. Let me make sure I got this, Mont. Because you keep saying that as if you're actually making your point, which you're not. So regardless of the fact that you are a above par lover, you don't even want to be conscious enough to give that actual
Damn.
communication, to give that how you say wood slinging. You don't even want to engage enough to respond to how her body's doing it because you are unconscious and you are just sitting there. You're dead fishing, sir. So if we're gonna have that conversation and talk about subpart loving, I'd rather be awake so I can make sure you see the fucking moon.
Let's have that conversation because this is
Hold
the
on.
thing.
Hey, Mont, you gotta admit that was a really good argument. If
Oh,
you sleep and
oh
she
no,
enjoy it
he
more
about to
while
get
you are
cooked. He's about to
okay.
get cooked because this is the
All
thing,
right.
right? I actually understand women on every level, and sometimes she might just be in the mood to take advantage of me. She might want to be like, baby, stay asleep. I want to take advantage of you. I want you to stay asleep. Like I just want to do this to you. That's cool. They not always in the same mood for the same thing every time. Sometimes the woman want to role play. Sometimes the woman want to do this. You want to take advantage of me, baby? Go ahead. But we on a different level over here. We different, you know.
So
The
let's go.
comeback was
So
flawless.
it's flawless. Yeah, I played Mortal Kombat. I know what a flawless victory is. So we're gonna go ahead and finish knocking this stuff out with a fatality. Sir, let me explain how this game actually works to you and what it actually means to actually be somebody who pleases the women around you. Number one, that means you have to focus on exactly what their needs are and consciously make sure that they are satisfied above all other things. Mister, I want to sit there and lay like a dead fish. Guess what? You are not engaging in their emotional satisfaction because you're dead to the world, sir. Number two, even if that is the case and you decide you can take advantage of me, sir, taking advantage is still by definition abuse. So thank you for confirming my point again. And number three, sir, if you strong word like that, you wouldn't have to have the conversation because it just happens. Keep in mind, you don't have to brag when it's built like that.
No, because Sharon said he didn't want to go into the kink conversation, but people have kinks, so let's not act like.
Hold on, kinks. The kinks are established. But kinks are
Then he's
established. Sorry.
establishing it. He's establishing
Yeah, but no, hold on.
that she can
That's
do
why
whatever.
that's why we're not going to have a conversation about kinks, because it's usually established. It's usually said what you like. Hey, you want a rubber band smacked on your butt? Hey, that's what you like. It's different. So shout out to Elite Belzo 1, gifted 5 Wildest Wake Up Show memberships. Thank you so much. That means a world to me. And make sure whoever got it, make sure you maintain it. Thank you so much, Elite Belzo. Shout out to We Unlock Names with the 5 ball. Question: does love even exist anymore?
Great question.
Love yourself.
Peasy ain't going. With the $10 super sticker, thank you so much. Peasy ain't going. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. Also, we got LGC Rogue C. Lover Girl Rogue C with the 499. Thank you, Sharon. You're welcome. Always a pleasure. That's what every woman ever told me. I don't know what Mont talking about. That's what every woman ever told me. Congrats to the Blessings Diva. Shout out to that. Thank you so much. And also, before KT, he want to just talk. Corinne Mackey with the one I got $1. I got $1. I got $1. Hey. Thank you so much, Miss Corinne Mackey. Thank you so much. Hashtag SBG. God damn it. I'm going to get these men and women right. Clearly, we got some crazy-ass women out here, too. That's just saying craziness. They ain't saying take it. We don't care what that man say. He cannot. It's insane.
Well, it was a woman on the panel last night, Miss Smell the Roses. She said in her marriage, and I guess in her marriage contract, there is no to her husband. He could get it anytime, any way, any whatever. There is no to her. And she is this. She was speaking on herself and her as a woman. She didn't say if that goes the other way, but she says there's no for her when it comes to what her husband wants. And then that would include if he's rolling up on her in her sleep. That's what she said.
But did she agree to that?
Yeah,
I don't know how did they come to
hold
that
on.
agreement, but she said that's what it is.
Right. No, Kim, I get you. I get where you're coming from. But based on what you just said, it sounds as if she consented to that agreement. Therefore, in that situation, she gave continual consent on that. I understand where you're coming from, so I do. So, yeah, but what I'm saying is that case isn't this case.
That was perfect, Shadow. That's exactly where you landed. You cooked it. Hey, kink and consent, I don't even know why those is like, there's no need to bring up what kinks are in this conversation whatsoever. Because if you know the kink, then therefore that's the consent. Like Shadow, you killed it with that. Like it's no, you cannot add these extra things into without the consent. Like once you know the kink, that's the consent.
Sir, I'm not consenting to you disrupting my speech pattern.
I told you it was about his sleep. He denied it.
No, man, it's about respect. Different. There's a difference.
Let me also bring in Cajun Dark Fire. Good day, Cajun Dark Fire. Can a man say no? Or is a man saying no to his girl? That man is now considered gay.
Well, if he basically tell you you can't do that with me, then I'm not gay for doing it. It's just saying I don't want to be touched right now.
Because the
Sean,
men
can
on
you
the
ask
panel,
KT that same question?
because the men on the panel, they saying because we don't want to be
That
touched in
nigga
the middle
gay.
of the night. If that's your thing, you want to just sleep through because you only get 4 to 6 hours, whatever that is. And Roxy, your time is up. And you want to sleep. They're saying that those men are weak. KT, do you think a man that do not want to be touched in the middle of the night by his wife or girlfriend, that is a weak man?
No.
Can you ask me?
But I
That's
think
not what you were saying
if you want
earlier,
to take
KT.
no, it ain't, because you're not asking the same question for earlier. Because what I said was, if you're taking it to court, if you're not acting like you've been violated, yeah, you're gay. You're gay as shit. Because I don't know
Go
what
ahead,
type of,
Mike.
like, again, I don't
Really,
know what
bro?
girl you done been with who you are even she even play with you like that. I don't even know what type of joint y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Like Nighty said earlier, it's 20%. I guess only get real coochie. Maybe we need to start listening to the 80% of people who just talk.
I don't know what that got to do with this conversation.
Well, they also took, when we just go under the umbrella of consent, they were also saying, which I didn't agree with, well, what are you doing in my bed? What'd you come all the way over here for if you're not going to give me any penis? And if you're not trying to give me that penis and you're in my bed, that's exactly what Raging Tomato said, then you're gay. If you then came all the way over here, you in my bed and you're
Really?
not trying to give it up, you're gay. That's what she
Wait, what
said.
if I just want to consent to cuddling? What if I want to consent to sleeping next to you? What if I consent to,
I
kissing
didn't,
with you? I can cut that shit.
I have a question.
agree.
No, I agree with you,
So
Kim.
Kim, hold on. So let me get this right. So I can understand this, Kim. You are saying any man that comes to spend a night in your bed and he decides, hey, you know what? Whatever the reason why he decides he don't want to go ahead and penetrate, you saying once he decides that, he's gay.
I think that in general, women will find that suspicious. I will say that.
That was the most polite way to
Really?
say that nigga's gay. Wow, Kim, I
That
didn't
is
expect you to say
I
that.
ain't gonna lie, that's
No,
kind of
it's
crazy
not.
to me because that man could have had plenty of reasons where he said, you know what, I'm not gonna risk putting my penis inside of this for plenty of reasons. Other than this is crazy to me that y'all don't believe men have the right to say no unless he's gay. That is the wildest shit I ever heard in my life.
Still knowing me,
It's
I'll
the
take it
wildest
all
shit I
on.
ever
Take it.
heard.
That's kind of more like young, like immature to me, because like I guess as you're younger, you play the game different. You're not as patient as you are when you're older, like as a man. So if I'm 22, maybe you might be on to something, but like as a older man, his 30s, it's like, nah, we gonna play the game a little bit different. I'm not just giving it up, So
Mine, you just said she could have it whenever she wants it. So
my
how
woman,
can you be like, oh, nah, I'm
absolutely.
30. Girl, stop it.
My woman is hers. She only got ass.
So what about just your female friend that likes to come sleep in the
That's
bed and
good.
cuddle with you? I
I
know you
don't
got
have
two of
female friends.
those.
I don't have
Yeah,
female
you do.
friends. Cut that out.
Okay,
Grown ass men.
just your secondary side pieces.
I
Fine, we'll
don't
call
got
it
no
that.
side pieces. I don't got no side pieces, no female
Look,
friends. I don't do none of that.
all right.
This is crazy to me.
I
So
don't think it means the man is gay, but I
you
also
just
do
said it
think
was.
It did. No, but when Roxy was talking about the double standards earlier, and we talk about how basically like thirsty dudes are, they give themselves the reputation of being thirsty and whatever. So the woman is. I'm not saying she necessarily right for thinking that, but that is what a lot of women are going to think. Are you hella thirsty? So what's going on now that you're not trying to get
I
down
do have a
now?
question. When did
Yeah,
this
Cajun.
started? Yeah, when did this started? When did this predicament started? Because I've been looking for that for a while.
What you been looking for, Cajun?
I would love a woman just keep on asking me to do something strange.
Occasion, I can tell you why you having a couple issues with that too.
Why is that?
See,
So
thirsty.
hold
See,
on.
that's what
So
I'm talking
No, I
one
ain't
of
about.
the
dirty,
Mine
man. I ain't
shit.
thirsty, baby.
one of the things
Hold
I
on,
noticed
y'all.
since
Hold
we
on. Let Martin do his thing. Go
one of
ahead,
the
Martin.
one of the things that I noticed since we've been on the panel, right, is that you look down at the camera in a way that you're not cognizant of the way that you look, right? And that kind of probably goes into aspects of your other life where you're not very perceptive and you're not noticing how you're coming off. I think that might play a part. Like for example, on a lot of dating sites, men don't know how to take pictures. I can see that you probably don't know how to take pictures. Like you look down
Actually,
at
I
the
do
camera,
know how to take pictures. I
you
know
think you
about
know how to
angles
take
and
pictures.
everything. No,
Okay.
I know, man. I actually know how to deal with angles and places that make me look better than what I am. I'm just
Hold
holding
on.
the
Hold on.
phone
Hold
My
on.
to
my
where you
fault.
can
Hold
completely
on.
see me.
Hold on. Hold on. So hold on. Cajun Dogfire said he know his angles. KT to go. Do you know your angles? KT not there. Shadow, do you know your angles? All right, Shadow
Yeah.
said he knows his
Yes, I
angles.
do.
Hey, Mont, do you know your angles? Mont don't want to answer me.
Y'all see my angle every day. What's going? Y'all already know. Come on now.
Amago Day, do you know your angles? This shit is crazy.
Well, you wants to be
Amago,
funny.
hold on, Casey. Amago Day, do you know your angles? Are you there? I don't know if you're there. He might not be there neither. All right, so KT and Amago Day is not there, so we wait for them to come back and see if they know the angles. Go ahead, Mont. Continue your questioning. That was crazy. He said he
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm just going off of what I see. Like I can tell that if I saw your dating profile on a dating site, I know that your selfie would look crazy. I just know it would.
Really, bro? I don't even care about that anyway. So what's the point of it?
And that's what I was saying is you don't care about these things that you probably should. If you cared more about, you would have better luck. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
Well, let's be
Is
honest,
he on
man.
a
I'm not even
train?
looking for nothing anyway. Yeah, I'm on the train.
Well, I just was going off of what you just said when you just said that you were looking for something. So that's all.
I'm only
And
doing that
Mont,
as
quick
a joke,
question.
bro. I'm not actually looking for anything. So
But you desire something, don't you?
in time,
What you say? In time?
in time.
He said in time. How old are
Yeah.
you? How old are you, CDF?
Cajun Dogfire, he want to know how old are you? He's in I'm pretty sure he's in his
What else?
late 30s. I believe he's in his late 30s. You there, Cajun
Late
Dogfire?
30s?
Hold on, Kev. Cajun, he want to know how old are you, Cajun?
46.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I was
so
He
gonna
said,
say late 30s.
I don't know. How much more time you think you got to be fucking though?
oh, shit.
I'm just because it.
Till I'm 80.
All right, you think? Oh, all right. I mean that sounds like a healthy man to me. Do you consider yourself to be a healthy man? I don't know if you are or not.
To be honest, I'm not all that healthy, but I say I do keep myself up a little bit
Okay.
until I get a little better than what I am.
All right. Well, I just think you should act now on some of the things that you desire. And I just think you should start acting now. That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate it.
Damn. Y'all so goddamn mean. He ain't do nothing. He just riding train trying to secure some shit. That's all he trying to do. All he trying to do is secure some shit.
I'm just saying, I'm the only one that's about to actually improve his life. I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all want to keep him where he at.
How you gonna improve his life, man?
Listen, I had CDF out here having it his way in these streets. Women like PH Diva, Kim, all of that.
What? Nah, he don't want a woman like me.
It seems like Amago Day finally got back. I don't know. Did you hear that? Did you hear the conversation that they was having, Amago Day?
No, but I want to get some more of this
Damn,
money, though.
I really wanted you to answer one of the questions that he asked CDF. It was a great question. But since you didn't hear it, doesn't we just move forward? Go ahead. What you said you wanted to do? What?
Get some more of this money up out of there.
All right. Well, guys, say what you got to say. We'll let you talk until you get caught.
What was the
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
It says kick truth. God damn it. He called the positive.
Whoever list he on, let me never not get on their list. Whoever
Kid said I ain't gonna never get on that list. I don't want no problems with that list right there. Oh shit. That was crazy. Man.
But Sharon, you know what's not fair? You know,
what's that?
I kind of agree with KT. When we constantly talk about how soft men act and how they're not acting manly, how they're not stepping up to particular plates, and then all of a sudden that just don't apply here.
What
and when women are given that same, well, it's a standards thing. It's an expectation thing.
Right.
If women are having these certain expectations of men,
what expectation?
they're not
Okay, hold
leading
on.
up to
But
it.
you saying words, but what expectation you saying?
I think that they are having expectations that the man wants the sex, basically, or whatever, or wants to please them, or this is a more of a quote unquote masculine thing, or taking care of the woman type thing, to acquiesce to what she wants.
Oh, so
Well, how
who's in
about
control?
asking about it first?
So if he don't want to do it, he's supposed to do it regardless of how she feels. So who's in control?
I think some people do feel that way. I don't feel like that 100%. I don't know. I don't think who's in control of the relationship or their own body. Everybody's in control of their own body.
Yeah, let me ask you a question, miss.
Because you're saying that the man doesn't have, you saying if the man is telling his girl no, that is not manly. Isn't that what you're saying, Kim?
I think that it could be perceived that way, yeah.
And so you're saying the man is not being manly because he said no to a woman?
I think it could be perceived that way, yes.
That is insane to me.
Why?
That is absolutely insane to me that you believe that a man that has boundaries and he tells a woman, no, I don't want to do a certain thing, that is the man that you consider unmanly.
No, I'm not saying no boundaries. I'm not saying no boundaries. I'm saying it just like the simple thing, because
what I'm trying to get you to understand, KT the GOAT is not more manly because he just allow his woman to do whatever he wants.
A little bit.
That's not more manly.
Right. I think more people would disagree with you than agree with you.
That's fine because
that's because most people don't have boundaries.
And most men have never seen a real man before. This is their first time seeing a real man that has boundaries that would tell somebody no. I'm the first man that they seen that would actually hold to their principle when they say, hey, no, that is not cool. even when he don't like the person, he would say that ain't cool. Most people, they thought patterns and they morals, it changes between if they like the person or not. It's like, oh, is he a part of my team? And then they can say, all right, so yeah, I can rock with him. If he ain't a part of the team, then no, I don't rock with him. Most men, like when I was on the panel, and even though this lady has she's called me gay. And most of men's like, yeah, Sharon, you gay. But guess what? If I say, hey, listen, if you hang around your bros all day, you got no shirt on, and all you want to do is be around men, you think women are only vaginas and only for babies, you gay. They're like, oh, come on, Sharon, why every man gotta be gay? Those men are flip-floppers. Those ain't men. They don't have no standard. They have no morals. They have no principles. For some reason, a man with principles that show you every day that he has them, that's the man that y'all want to try to call soft. When he's literally doing what he wants to do and standing on his business on what he wants to be. That person can't be the soft one.
Can Shadow be the soft one?
Even soft, I still do my job. So I'm just saying.
So all I'm saying that it don't make sense that y'all want to agree with the people that have no moral principles. They switch sides. They flip flop throughout when the weather depends on the weather. Depends who said it. For me, I hold my standard whether I like the person or not.
I did agree with you that it's a male-centered argument, that it was that they're being pretty much like red pilled basically by men continuously basically giving that same argument. Well, what are you doing in that man's bed? Why did you come to his house so late? Why did you wear that? They're really giving the same argument, but I do think
And that's
it's
the
coming from a
argument that
different.
you're running with. That's the argument you are running with.
Well, because I'm saying if you're making a standard, if you're saying this is a standard for men and this is a standard for women, people are going to have a quote unquote double standards. You know
and
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
trying to get you to understand that I have principles, right? So therefore, if you need consent, if I'm going to hold the consent for women, I hold the consent for men as well. I don't choose a team and say, oh, you know what? I'm a part of this team, so therefore now I'm be on everything that they saying.
Well, that's surprising.
So I do not flip flop. What you are doing, Kim West, is considered to be flip flopping. You're not holding a principle.
Is it flip flopping, or are men and women different, and you're allowed to have different standards for men and women?
No, because consent is not held to by men or women. Consent is consent.
I agree with that. As far as that particular, yeah, I agree with that. But we're not talking about it from a legal perspective, though. We're talking
No,
about it
we're
from
talking about it from a literal perspective, and consent is consent. Like, I don't understand. Of all people, I don't understand why you're making the conversation that consent
I
doesn't
have a
count.
question.
It only counts if it's from a woman, bro. That's crazy.
Hold on. When did I say that?
It's what it
Within this
sounds like you're
argument?
saying. It's what it sounds like you're implying.
Okay, well let me so I'm not saying that at all, right? What I have been saying is that I do think that a man who feels like he's been like violated by his wife, like if he like I do think like, okay, you're a little soft from that perspective. But I
That's
don't think that but I don't think that it make you gay. I don't think that it makes you I think it might make you a subpar lover, right? You know, but outside of that, that's it.
so.
Questioning
But
why does it make you a subpar lover?
so this goes to what Shaw was saying. You are implying that a man is soft if he doesn't want to consent to a woman or his woman.
Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say a man is soft if he doesn't want to consent. No, I think that you're a subpar lover. However, if you don't want to consent, that's a different story. I'm saying that if you feel violated, if it happens, if you feel like you holding yourself and shaking, then I think you soft.
So
In what way,
Bro,
bro?
if
that's
somebody
wild.
hold on, if somebody do something against your consent, is that a violation?
Yes.
Okay, so why wouldn't that person feel violated?
Yeah, but it's from the perspective of you. If your wife did something like touch you while you was asleep, right, and she didn't touch you in any like weird spots, that you vehemently against on a regular. I think that if you feel like, oh, it's the principle, I think you soft from that perspective, a little soft in that
But
area. That's
but
all.
I
That
have a
is
question though.
crazy.
Yeah, I have a question. I'm like, you say your partner is married to you. Why you had the conflict giving consent for that?
You gotta ask that's the Sharon. So you asking like, why do you always need consent in a marriage?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta ask Sharon.
Because it's plenty examples of people violating their marriage and taking it from their partner without their consent.
Well, it's a little bit understandable, but I'm just saying once you're married, you already gave all the consent that you needed.
No, that is not true. And this is why this conversation is so dangerous to say that you don't need consent after you marry. This is why we had a gentleman on the show that he violated his ex-wife because of that same rhetoric that Cajun Dogfire just said. He did not believe he could actually violate his wife in that way. It's literally what happened. And he got off her and she was crying and he didn't understand why. He's like, what
Yeah,
happened?
and I think that's wrong. But I don't think the line is like
No,
the
you
sleep
don't.
line.
No, you don't. No,
I
absolutely not.
do.
This is
I
why
do.
Kim,
you
how is it
cannot be.
wrong one
Hold
way and
on,
not the
hold on,
other?
hold on. And this is why you are a flip flopper. It gotta be on both sides of the fence.
Or just say you just holding the fence.
No,
That's
I
why
do
it gotta
think
be
it's
on
on
both
both
sides of the
sides of the
fence.
fence. I just
You
don't
do
think
not.
sleep is necessarily the quote unquote line. You could violate somebody when they woke, when they sleep, whatever. Like if the person is cool with it when they
You do
sleep,
not
they
believe
cool.
that, but you don't believe that for the man.
That if he sleep,
Yeah,
don't
you
mess
do
with
have a
him.
point, sweet.
You just said you don't. You said you don't believe. Hold on, hold on. We need to
Hold
have a
on.
clear understanding. You said you don't believe. You, Ma, and KT do not believe that for the man. That's what y'all are saying. Y'all believe it for the girl, but you don't believe it for the man.
No, I didn't. I
No,
didn't say that.
me either. You misunderstanding
So,
us.
It's not a
but what we're
misunderstanding.
hearing,
Y'all don't
I'm
understand no
hearing you
shit.
say that, Kim. Like, Kim, I'm hearing you and Mon say that. And that's the part that's fucking me up about this conversation because you specifically, Kim, you then in the next sentence said that it's not okay if it happens to a woman. And Mont's response to that was, well, men and women aren't the same. He's essentially still saying that men can't refuse consent because he's soft. He's an inefficient lover. He's given 5 different phrases on what they would be if they said no or felt violated, despite the fact that
Right,
the violation is the problem.
I
right.
ain't say that.
No,
That
what
one.
y'all are
You
confusing
did.
is us saying consent
Another double
or
standard
whatever
moment.
versus we just feel like you soft. You can revoke consent. You could say no, and I can respect that you said no and still feel like you soft for saying no. I could respect that you
So,
said no and still be like, oh, that's still some BA stuff. I'm not saying I would say that. I'm just saying from the consensus of the people on the planet.
so let me ask this question. So
Go
if
ahead.
a man denies a woman, is he soft?
No.
Okay.
No,
So
not
if a
just if
man
you can say
refuses,
no, it's fine.
okay. So again, so here's why you aren't tracking right now. Because I'm listening to what you're saying because I'm trying to give you the opportunity to understand what you're saying yourself. You're saying I can feel you're soft because you're denying me. But if he doesn't, again, because that is coercion, you're basically saying if you don't do it, I'm going to see you as soft. So he's going to, whether he wants to or not. That's literally taking consent.
Hold on. I don't think
No,
that's
and it's
That's
fair.
also
surprising.
nothing wrong with being soft. You could be soft, it's okay.
I don't think that's fair. You said that like if you said that a man would he would do it anyway because he doesn't want to be considered soft, so that's coercion?
Literally by definition. That's how they get women in corporations to do strange things to get a a promotion. They say, hey, you either do something strange or, that's coercion. So you either do something to me or you soft, you weak. Like all those things is forms of coercion. Whether they use a job, whether they use any kind of mental situation to make you feel bad, all those things is different forms of it. Yeah, I cannot understand. I'm so surprised that it is so many creepy women out there. This is very interesting, very eye-opening for me. Hey, there's a lot of creep men and there's a lot of creep women. It is what it is. It's a lot of women that do not believe in consent for men. I'm shocked. My gasket is flabbered.
Not for real. It's over already.
I cannot. I got caught gay by Agent Tomato. I don't know.
Not gay.
This is crazy to me. I don't understand how. I don't know. I just don't get it. You got any final thoughts, Diva?
Yes, everybody must give consent. Bye, y'all.
Crazy.
Nothing wrong with being.
Let me up.
Let me.